Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. Sign in. I became a full-time hunter after awakening my talent. Chapter 41. Almost everyone in the Divine War Department knew about the famous Holy Knights, and Lin Chen was no exception. Why are you here? After Douglas, the strong man of the Holy Knights, came here, he looked at Lin Chen and others in surprise. They have already detected that this is the source of the mutation. It can be said that it is extremely dangerous for Lin Chen and the others to be in this place, and they have even walked through the gates of hell. It's good that it's not hurt. Did you find anything in this place? Douglas checked the vital status of several people and then breathed a sigh of relief. After that, he asked Lin Chen and the others if they had discovered anything in this place. Lin Chen didn't hide anything and said directly, "I've explored here before with the Tempest. When the storm appeared here, it was instantly killed. There seemed to be a mutated stone puppet master in this place before, and a powerful enemy who could control lightning. Before, the void cracks had completely disappeared, but now they should have all entered the void cracks. In addition, there were many small golden crystals here before, as well as 3 large golden crystals." Lin Chen believed that the Divine War Department would not directly take away these supplies once they were on their possession. "You are a very nice, honest young man. The small golden crystals and large crystals on your body may be related to the mutation. The God War Department will exchange you for small golden crystals and large golden crystals with twice the same amount of materials." After Lin Chen finished speaking, Douglas said this. Hearing what Douglas said, Lin Chen, Su Yumeng, and Ling Qingge were naturally surprised. And this surprise came so suddenly. Because of Lin Chen's honesty, their previous gains were doubled. "Thank you, Lord Douglas." Lin Chen was also a little excited, he thought. The Divine War Ministry or the Holy Knights will at least ask for some small crystal samples. They even ask for large crystals as samples. I never thought about this in Shaven Douglas. He actually decided to use twice the same amount of supplies just because he told the truth. To exchange for the small golden crystals in their hands, and the large golden crystals. This deal is definitely a very good deal. Therefore, Lin Chen agreed directly without any hesitation. After Lin Chen agreed, Su Yumeng and Ling Qingge naturally agreed too. They don't understand the mutation, and studying the source of the mutation has no effect. When the 3 of them took out the small golden crystals and the large golden crystals, Douglas wasted no time and directly took out twice the amount of supplies from his space equipment for the 3 of them. Douglas and Commander Yuan Shugong are of equal rank. However, because he is one of the commanders of the Holy Knights, he has even greater power than Yuan Shugong. After receiving double the supplies from Douglas, Lin Chen and the others were very surprised. "Don't go anywhere else. You will follow us in a moment and leave this place together." After giving the small and large golden crystals to Lin Chen and the others, Douglas also spoke. "A lot of monsters died here, and he knew it. This shows that he is different from other students who need rescue. Lin Chen and the other 3 have extremely powerful and terrifying abilities to survive in this place. Others may really be struggling in this place. However, Lin Chen and the other 2 were still able to handle themselves well in this place, even if something happened here." Thinking of this, Douglas looked at Lin Chen and the others with expressions of admiration. As more and more young talented elites appear, the battle between humans and gods will become more and more promising. "Okay, sir." After Douglas finished speaking, Lin Chen, Su Yumeng, and Ling Qingge all nodded. It would be great to be able to leave with the Holy Knights. "Hello, Junior Lin Chen. I am Regulus 11 of the 6th team." At this time, an upright young man wearing silver armor also appeared in front of Lin Chen. This upright young man is obviously the last member of Team 6, Regulus 11. The 6th team currently has 5 members. They are Lin Chen, Su Yumeng, Chu Shiren, Senior Sister Shen Yu, and Xuanyuan 11. Of course, in Lin Chen's plan, the daughter of the Chiangwei family next to her would also be admitted to the harem. No, they also have to be included in the team. "Hello, I'm Lin Chen." When Xuanyuan 11 stretched out his fist, Lin Chen also fist bumped with him. The 2 of them knew each other now, because they were both members of the same team, so they could get to know each other gradually. On the other side, beside Douglas, there were several more priests wearing platinum robes. Lin Chen couldn't understand what these priests were surveying and recording around. Because he has reunited with the Holy Knights, there will naturally be no more trouble. Not long after, Lin Chen also left the third-level training ground with everyone in the Holy Knights. When Lin Chen, Su Yumeng, and Ling Qingge came out, almost all the other talented elites participating in the training camp are here. Those elites who failed to appear in this place, like Lu Shang and others, their bodies were found in the third-level training ground. This training camp can be said to have suffered heavy casualties. Okay, everyone is here, let's explain the situation. The first phase of the previous training camp has ended. The next second and third phases will continue. The God War Council will soon make a decision on the division of responsibilities for the mutation accident. This has nothing to do with you. In the previous training camp, about a quarter of the students died in battle. This is the largest casualty rate on the battlefield in the history of the God War Department, 25%. When Yuan Shugong said this, his face became more resolute and cold. Even a strong pressure was released from him. Many elites around, as well as many mentors, and even the super elites of the Paladin Order, could not bear it. Everyone's heart was as if a huge stone was suddenly pressed down. Douglas, with a beard, shook his head, this madman. However, after complaining, he didn't say much, because Yuan Shugong's authority was slightly lower than his. However, Yuan Shugong is really good at training students. In terms of training students, he is also Yuan Shugong's student. This casualty rate is a very scary thing, and it also exposes an extremely huge problem. In the past, even on the real battlefield, the casualty rate of other combat units is indeed high. Speaking of this, Yuan Shugong paused for a moment, and then changed the subject. But the casualty rate of our God War Department never exceeds 10%. Even if there is danger when 10 people go out, 9 people can come back alive. And this time, one of the 4 of you will die. This shows that the elite geniuses of your class are not ordinary. When Yuan Shugong said this, everyone laughed bitterly. Although there was a mutation, although they were in the third-level training base. But they are the elites of the God War Department who are superior to the 12 ordinary war departments. Each of them is a super elite selected from 100 or even 1,000. Ordinary people cannot survive in a harsh environment, but these elites can never be said to be unable to survive. So everyone can understand why Yuan Shugong's face is so ugly. Now it is just a small mutation, but there are so many casualties. If something very terrible happens again, then I don't know how many geniuses here will die. The next training will increase your combat effectiveness and ability to deal with emergencies. One of the reasons why you suffered so many casualties this time is that you and the members of this team cooperate with each other very well. It is completely possible to achieve the effect of 1 + 1 being greater than 2. But you and others have almost no cooperation. So you will be regrouped in the second phase of training. Subsequent training will be conducted in groups of 3. Commander Yuan Shugong finished speaking, and everyone looked at each other. Soon, a student raised his hand. Please speak. After this student raised his hand, Yuan Shugong did not deduct points, but asked him to ask questions. At this time, it is okay to have questions, but you have to ask key questions. Commander, in this case, should we still rank by team? After this student asked, Yuan Shugong was very satisfied. Because this student's question was a question that asked the key point. Therefore, after this student asked, Yuan Shugong also began to talk about adjustments and changes. That's a good question. Next, we will still use the original groups as units. Each of you will have a personal score and a group average score. That is to say, there will be a ranking list for your personal scores. There will also be a ranking list for your group average score. Because of the previous accident, the first team and the 12th team need to participate in the next training. The last 6 teams need to join the 13th to 24th teams next time. Continue to participate in the training together. When Commander Yuan Shugong finished speaking, many people turned bitter. The difficulty of the next training is simply explosive. Because it is a random grouping, there is no way to know who you will be in the same group with in the end. Not only that, if 2 of your team members are relatively weak during the training process, it will definitely drag you down and affect your score. Because the final ranking of the 12 teams uses the average score. Therefore, Everyone's score is very important. At this time, another elite raised his hand. This elite came later, and some other elites also came here one after another at this time. Before, there were only 6 teams, and they were organizing for training. Although they came with passion, they are now very depressed. After all, they are the best among thousands of people, and now they are very depressed. But because of the mutation accident, many elites performed very poorly. In this case, Yuan Shugong also changed his mind. Originally, only the elites of 6 teams needed to train in this place. But now, the elites of all 12 teams need to complete the training in this place. Speak. After this elite raised his hand, Yuan Shugong immediately spoke and asked him to tell his own problem. Commander, because we did not participate in the first round of training. In this case, we directly lost 1 round of points. After this elite said this, the students of the other 6 teams also looked at Yuan Zhengshou. Don't worry about that, because the first 6 teams will have 3 days to rest. You will have 3 days to make up for the first round of training. After Yuan Shugong said this, the elites of the 6 teams behind all smiled bitterly. What is coming will come. In fact, if they are given a choice, everyone is more willing to participate in the second and third rounds of training in full condition. Instead of using 3 days to complete the first round of training at high intensity at this time. After Yuan Shugong made the arrangements, everyone started to act. Lin Chen and others have completed the first round of training. In the next 3 days, they can also rest and relax. The elites of the remaining 6 teams will need to complete high-intensity training within 3 days. Commander, can we leave here in these 3 days? After the elites of the 6 teams behind were taken away, an elite of the first team immediately asked. Of course you can leave here. Because you will also spend the next 3 days in the wild and continue to improve your wild survival abilities. Yuan Shugong smiled sarcastically and said with a face full of joking. What the hell? After Yuan Shugong finished speaking, many geniuses said that they were already stupid. In the next 3 days, instead of going to a comfortable place to rest, they spent the next 3 days in the wild. This means that they still can't get supplies or anything like that. However, Yuan Shugong didn't let them lament and complain too much. Because at this time, Yuan Shugong had asked the Black Wolf special training instructor and others to lead everyone to the edge of the training ground. The place you are going to this time is the Glacier Training Ground. The Glacier Training Ground is very huge, 50 times the area of the 3rd level training ground. You will be living on the edge of the Glacier Training Ground for the next 3 days. The Black Wolf special trainer walked away and said to Lin Chen and the other 5. Because the mission of the Holy Knights is over, Regulus has also returned to the team. Ling Qingge, who was in the first team, returned to the first team at this time. Lin Chen really couldn't forget Ling Qingge. Although it was necessary for battle, Ling Qingge was the first girl he had hugged so far. Thinking of this, Lin Chen naturally missed Ling Qingge more. In fact, Lin Chen didn't know that it was also the first time for Ling Qingge to be hugged by a boy. Even if it was due to the need of fighting or other reasons, nothing like this had ever happened before. Under the leadership of the Black Wolf special trainer, they arrived at the edge of the Glacier Training Ground in a short time. Next, they need to survive in this place for 3 days. After Lin Chen and the other 5 arrived here, they did not go any further. Just think of it as a picnic. Senior sister Shen Yu smiled bitterly. If she was well prepared, she would come here. So they really came here to have a picnic. But now, they don't have much supplies with them. There are fish and some other wild animals here. I'm going to hunt some. After Xuanyuan 11 came here, he took the initiative to say. He seems to like to have responsibility on his shoulders at all times. Even those responsibilities are shared responsibilities by everyone. Let's go together. Maybe we can divide the work. If he were in other teams, with a character like Xuanyuan 11, he would definitely be a hard worker. But in the 6th team, such a thing will never happen. Therefore, Regulus 11 also felt that he seemed to be more happy in the 6th team. Let's divide the work and finish it. Looking for food, looking for firewood, and then building a makeshift camp. Senior sister Shen Yu thought about it and divided the tasks. Lin Chen also discovered that Senior Shen Yu had strong organizational leadership skills. At any given moment, She seems to have a strategy for solving a problem. Good. Agree. No problem. After Senior Shen Yu finished speaking, several people quickly nodded in agreement. Several people would have no problem assigning tasks like Senior Shen Yu's. Then Su Yumeng goes to look for firewood. Chu Shiren and I are responsible for building the temporary camp. Junior Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 are responsible for finding survival supplies. How about it? After several people agreed, Senior Sister Shen Yu quickly assigned tasks. Good. I'm fine. Let's get started. Yeah. Su Yumeng and others quickly started taking action according to Senior Sister Shen Yu's arrangements. Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 took action together. Shall we catch fish first, or hunt other beasts first? After Xuanyuan 11 thought for a moment, he asked Lin Chen. He doesn't seem to be very good at making decisions, or in a team, preferring to cooperate and assist others. Let's hunt other beasts first. There should be more fish in this place, and you can catch them at any time. Lin Chen actually doesn't have very rich experience. He is just doing a brief analysis now. Then it was thought that it would be better for them to hunt other beasts now. He then suggested the same thing, and after he finished speaking, the two of them naturally went to hunt other beasts. It's just that the glacier trial ground is freezing cold, and the number of other beasts seems to be very few. Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 have been searching for this place for a long time. No trace of wild beast activity was found here. Although no wild beast was found, Lin Chen found a crocodile. This crocodile was also watching them eagerly. Before Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 could take action, the crocodile had already taken the initiative to attack. Bang! Regulus 11 said nothing, and a giant cross suddenly appeared in his hand behind him. As he blasted through the air instantly, the crocodile was directly blasted away. This crocodile also has energy fluctuations. It seems to be no ordinary crocodile. After the crocodile was suddenly blown away by Regulus 11, it was still unharmed. Lin Chen also discovered that there was snow-white energy swirling around the crocodile. After being blown away by Regulus 11, the crocodile was completely angry. Lin Chen took out a testing instrument and began to test whether the crocodile was contaminated. If this crocodile is not contaminated, so this crocodile is a great tonic to everyone. After eating this kind of energy crocodile, it can not only replenish physical energy but also help improve strength. Boom! At this time, Regulus 11 was already fighting with this crocodile. This energy crocodile is a level 20 energy crocodile, while Regulus 11 is only level 17. Although there are 3 levels difference, Regulus 11 is very powerful. From the beginning to the present, his battle with this crocodile has been full suppression and beating. When Xuanyuan 11 kept beating this energy crocodile, Lin Chen suddenly saw it. Not far away, an energy crocodile unexpectedly rushed over. After seeing an energy crocodile rushing over there, he thought for a moment and used the mind energy gloves. Using the Qi gloves means using the Qigong master's ability to fight. Otherwise, if he uses the skills of a sharpshooter to fight and directly shoots the energy crocodile into a hail of bullets, will he still need to eat it? Thinking is so Qi breaking. Qi Jade Bullet. Gather up your energy to break the energy. When the energy crocodile came over, Lin Chen continued to take action. Surrounded by thoughts. Nian Qi control. Nian Qi. Attack. Bang bang bang. The energy rays of light quickly and continuously exploded on the energy crocodile. The energy crocodile's life status also continued to decrease. Under Lin Chen's extremely violent attack, although his energy crocodile was a later one. But not long after, the energy crocodile in front of him was completely killed by him. On the other side, Xuanyuan 11's actions were not slow either. When Lin Chen knocked down this energy crocodile, he also killed an energy crocodile. There may be many such energy crocodiles nearby. These energy crocodiles are not polluted, which is good for us. Let's go look for them nearby. Because Xuanyuan 11's strength is also very strong. So Lin Chen did not hesitate and directly invited Xuanyuan 11 to go with him to continue hunting energy crocodiles nearby. Okay, Xuanyuan 11 nodded quickly. He also felt that this kind of energy crocodile was very good. When Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 were hunting energy crocodiles, not far away, the 3 elites of the God War Department were directly chased by energy crocodiles. Oh my god, this crocodile's defense is ridiculously high. When my attack lands on it, its life state is reduced by 0.1%. That is to say, an energy crocodile can fight me for 1,000 rounds. The three elites fled frantically, complaining continuously. Don't think that Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11's fight just now was easy. But that's because they are both perverts. The current situation of these three elites is the true portrayal of most elites in the God War department facing energy crocodiles. Same here, sometimes my attack lands on it, and it doesn't lose blood at all. When he said no blood loss, he naturally meant that the life state of the energy crocodile would not decline at all. As they kept running away, they were suddenly stunned. Because in the distance, Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 were actually running towards this side excitedly. Oh my god, are these two guys crazy? Looking at Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 who were constantly running in this direction. Several people felt that Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 might have gone crazy. Run, idiot, the defense and attack power of these energy crocodiles are very high. There are some energy crocodiles farther behind, and they may also come at this time. When Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 ran here, one of them immediately shouted at the two of them, saying that they didn't have time to escape. As a result, they actually met two people who were not afraid of death. It's over. They are both dead. Seeing that Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 ignored them and ran over directly. A girl said desperately that Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 were classmates with them. They were all colleagues in the God War department. To be fair, everyone didn't want Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 to get into trouble anyway. As a result, everyone was completely dumbfounded soon. Because the scene that happened next directly shattered their worldview. Xuanyuan Shi and Lin Chen rushed forward and began to fight with these energy crocodiles. Their battle with the energy crocodiles was very violent. The two had experience in hunting energy crocodiles before. Now that they encountered these energy crocodiles again, they were naturally handy. After more than 10 minutes, the energy crocodiles here were all killed by Lin Chen and Xuanyuan Shi. Several elites in the distance looked at the two people who were leaving stupidly. Are these two guys so powerful? Looking at Xuanyuan 11 and Lin Chen who had already walked away. Several people were dumbfounded and stunned, even though everything just happened in front of them. But this incredible thing still makes people feel a little unbelievable. But this incredible thing is real. No one can stand up and say anything, they can only watch everything in front of them silently, and there is nothing they can do. Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 are also in a particularly happy mood now. With so many energy crocodiles, we don't have to worry about food for the next training. This energy crocodile can also restore physical strength and magic power. It is simply a must-have for training. Lin Chen commented while putting another energy crocodile he killed into the space for preparation. Hehe, yes, Xuanyuan 11 on the side nodded very honestly. Lin Chen also found that this teammate of his team was simply too honest. Shall we go back and rest now, or? At this time, Lin Chen thought about it and then spoke to Xuanyuan 11. In the previous battle, although the two of them killed all around in this place. However, that kind of high-intensity battle also consumed a lot of them. Now Lin Chen's magic power and physical strength have been consumed a lot. That's why he asked if he should return to the camp to recover before coming back. Anyway, he knew that there were such energy crocodiles in this place. Next time, they can even come together as a team of 5. Okay, Xuanyuan 11 also felt that he should go back and rest before coming. When his strength increases, he will have countless opportunities and will protect everyone. He also consumed a lot of energy. If he can go back and rest now, he can better devote himself to the battle next time. Soon, Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 also returned to the camp. When Lin Chen took out the energy crocodile he had just obtained, the team members were really stunned. What is this? Wow, such a pure energy fluctuation, and it is completely uncontaminated energy. There is such a good thing in this place. Senior sister Shen Yu, Chu Shiren, and little lowly Su Yumeng were all looking at it in surprise. Yes, there should be a lot of such energy crocodiles here. Next, we can go hunt these energy crocodiles together. Lin Chen told senior sister Shen Yu his previous idea. When the few people heard Lin Chen say this, they immediately looked forward to it. Yes, After the camp is completely built, we will have nothing else to do. Then, we can go hunt these energy crocodiles together. But the strength of these energy crocodiles should be very strong, right? Sister Shen Yu felt the energy fluctuations on these energy crocodiles, and then asked curiously. Yes, Lin Chen nodded. The strength of these energy crocodiles is really very strong. If these energy crocodiles are not very powerful, then the elites before would not be chased by the energy crocodiles. But it doesn't delay. The strength of their team is also very strong. With the cooperation of their entire team, they will definitely be able to complete the task of hunting energy crocodiles very easily. Thinking of this, Lin Chen is also looking forward to it. He and Xuanyuan 11 mainly learned about energy crocodiles before. The two did not cooperate too much, but soon after, their team acted together. Obviously, some routines can be specially developed for team members to jointly hunt energy crocodiles. It would be best to develop an efficient 60%, so that after they hunt a large number of energy crocodiles, they can also give the excess energy crocodiles to other teams. Although other teams are also capable of hunting such energy crocodiles. However, most teams may not be willing to compete with these difficult energy crocodiles. After all, not everyone is like Lin Chen. Can use magic arrays and life arrays at will. Hey, look, what is this? While everyone was roasting crocodile meat, Su Yumeng suddenly saw a silver key. This silver key contains very strong magic fluctuations, and it is not simple at first glance. I don't know why it was eaten by this energy crocodile. This is. Lin Chen took the key and looked at it, but he didn't understand what it was. His sign-in system only gives detailed explanations of things that appear in the system. This thing has never appeared in the sign-in system, so Lin Chen doesn't know what it is. I don't know either, but since it's in the belly of the energy crocodile, and the energy crocodile appeared from that direction, then we can definitely go to this place to have a look later. Senior Shen Yu played with the key for a while, and then she spoke. That's right, we'll go over there and have a look, maybe we can find something. Chu Shiren also nodded. The key is that Su Yumeng has a perceptive physique. After getting close, maybe he can sense the same source of fluctuations. After Su Yumeng senses the same source of fluctuations, everything will be fine. After discovering this silver magic key, the next few people made no special discoveries. The only thing is that it is not a special discovery. That is, when they tasted the energy crocodile meat, they found that the energy crocodile meat was really good. Not only is the meat delicious, but it can also restore physical energy and magic power very well. Next, Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 did not continue to set off, but helped build a temporary camp together. After they all built the temporary camp, several people followed Lin Chen and set off excitedly. Right, because this stuff is meant to be eaten. Try not to use attack methods that may contaminate the energy crocodile for a while. Otherwise it's so smoky that it might be impossible to eat it. Lin Chen said while leading a few people forward. Ha ha ha, giggle. After Lin Chen finished speaking, senior sister Shen Yu and the others also covered their mouths and chuckled. The group of people immediately moved forward happily. Not long after, Lin Chen and others arrived at the previous area. There were some energy crocodiles here before, chasing students from other teams. It seems that there should be energy crocodiles deeper in the depths. After Lin Chen finished speaking, he also looked at Su Yumeng. Su Yumeng was a small mobile radar. If there are energy crocodiles around here, Su Yumeng should normally be able to find them. I didn't feel it. When Lin Chen looked over, Su Yumeng shook her head. In this place, she did not sense the fluctuations of the energy crocodile. This means that all the energy crocodiles around here must have been killed by Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11. If you want to find other energy crocodiles, you still need to go deeper. Or the surrounding energy field is not very stable, or there are some other special reasons. Anyway, she has not found any traces of energy crocodiles in this place for the time being. Fine, let's keep looking, Lin Chenhun said nonchalantly, and after he finished speaking, the group immediately continued moving forward. After walking for some distance, Su Yumeng still didn't notice it. There were some energy crocodiles around here, but she discovered the special magic wave of the silver secret key not far away. That special magic power fluctuation is the same as the special magic power fluctuation of the silver secret key. After making this discovery, Su Yumeng immediately told a few people. In that direction, I sense the aura that has the same origin as the silver key. The two breaths are almost identical. They may be another silver secret key. What exactly does this silver secret key do? Su Yumeng's cute little face was full of doubts. However, neither Lin Chen, Xuanyuan 11, Chu Shiren, nor senior sister Shen Yu know what this is for now. Okay, let's go over to that area and take a look. Lin Chen nodded, and then he, Su Yumeng, and senior sister Shen Yu approached. There's a monster over there. This time, before Su Yumeng could speak, senior sister Shen Yu spoke first. She is the leader of the team and is responsible for everyone's safety. So most of the time, she was paying attention to everything around her. After senior Shen Yu spoke, several people also immediately looked in that direction. Then they discovered that there were many dragon people in that place. Are these the dragonmen who escaped from the Dragonman Tower? Chu Shiren glanced at the white-skinned dragon men walking upright in the distance, and immediately spoke. The Dragon Man's Tower is a fairly famous place in the land of God's War. In the Dragon Man's Tower, there are many such dragon men imprisoned. Thinking of this, Chu Shiren also said the same thing. Uncertain. Actually, in the land of God War, this kind of dragon people is quite common and can be found in many places. Senior sister Shen Yu shook her head, although dragons often escaped from the Dragon Man Tower. But there are also dragon people in other places. These dragon people, to be precise, are more like lizard people. Because they don't have much connection with dragons, there is not even 1/10,000th of the dragon blood in their bodies. Even lizards, especially dragon lizards, have 3/10,000ths of dragon blood in their bodies. So there is no problem at all in saying that these guys are lizardmen. They also seem to be looking for this silver magic key. What does this thing do? Lin Chen noticed that further away, a lizard man elite was knocking on a piece of transparent crystal. In this transparent crystal, there is a silver magic key sealed. The silver magic key was obviously exactly the same as what they had obtained before. The lizard man elite in the distance immediately ordered an attack after seeing their group coming. Many dragon people also took action at this time. These dragon men all held harpoon-like weapons in their hands, and they were very brutal when they struck. Move and shoot. Silver bullet reload. Bang bang bang. Double eagle spin. Lin Chen didn't hesitate and rushed forward directly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Senior sister Shen Yu, Su Yumeng, Chu Shiren, and Xuanyuan 11. They also entered the combat state instantly, and immediately the group attacked many dragon people. Flame Viper Cannon. Chu Shiren used the Flame Viper Cannon helplessly, while looking at the storm mechanic floating above his head. Although he had suspected more than once that he might be a fake mechanic. But this time, he still had to doubt again that he might really be a fake mechanic, and Lin Chen was the real mechanic. The storm was actually a little strange at this time. It detected that the human below was a mechanic. In fact, it was not the first time that the storm had seen this human mechanic. However, the storm was a little confused. Since the human below was also a mechanic, then why didn't the other party release his storm? Chu Shiren didn't know that Lin Chen's storm was floating above his head, actually wanting to see his storm. Otherwise, Chu Shiren would have to say it. He also wanted to have a storm, but the problem was that he really didn't have one. Kalora, Modify, Thunderbolt. Fortunately, although Chu Shiren did not have the storm, he had already mastered the use of the Kalora laser cannon. Not only that, he also made a simple modification and upgrade to his Kalora laser cannon. In this case, his Kalora laser cannon will be faster when it is modified into a Thunderbolt. Chu Shiren even thought about whether he could modify 4 Thunderbolts. After 3 modifications, when it was modified into a Predator, it would be 4 sets of mini laser cannons. Of course, those things were too far away from him. Airdrop support. Because there are too many dragon people in this place, Lin Chen decisively used airdrop support. A huge bomber phantom suddenly appeared at this time. As the bomber phantom appeared, bombs continued to fall. After the bomb exploded, many strange little robots also continued to appear at this time. When many small robots appeared, Chu Shiren felt more and more uncomfortable. Alas, when can I master such an ability? I'm afraid I'm really a fake mechanic. Chu Shiren didn't know yet, if it wasn't for keeping a low profile. Lin Chen can now let him see what Gaibojia's fist is. Of course, Lin Chen hasn't clicked on the awakening skill yet. Awakening skills require a lot of pre-skills and pre-attributes. Although he now has a skill point of 100 million small goals, but he is a full-time hunter profession, all combat professions, and all life professions, all need to add points. In this case, awakening skills that consume a lot of skill points cannot be added casually. Unless you are lucky enough to get an awakening skill book, you will be rich. Awakening skill book can directly increase the awakening skill level by 1 level. While fighting, Lin Chen was also thinking about what to do if he got an awakening skill book. Which profession's awakening skill should he choose to awaken first? No matter what profession's awakening skill, it is very bright. But the first thing he thought of was that the summoner's awakening skill can summon the clone of Apostle Cassius. That thing has high attack and high blood, can fight and resist, and summoning that thing is undoubtedly very useful. Of course, now we can only think about it, after all, we haven't even started yet. Swish, swish, swish. While Lin Chen was thinking in his heart, senior sister Shenyu was still using the imperial swordsmanship to fight. Every move was extremely smooth. As for strength, we can only wait for all the strength to be fully displayed. Senior sister Shenyu's current strength is already very strong. The strength of their entire 6th team is also very strong. The dragon people here are not their opponents at all. Even the blue-skinned dragon elite was directly killed by Xuanyuan 11. After they killed all the dragon people around them, they got this silver magic key. Are there any magic fluctuations of the same origin in other places around? Lin Chen asked Su Yumeng while looking at the silver magic key in his hand. There are no such magic fluctuations around here. Su Yumeng shook her head. She didn't sense similar magic fluctuations around here. It doesn't matter. Anyway, this magic key is on me. Maybe it will be useful sometime. Lin Chen felt that this magic silver seemed to open some special mechanism. That's right, he felt that this magic key was probably used to open some special mechanism. These magic keys don't seem to be used to open doors or treasure chests. Of course, this is just intuition and a little experience. He is a full-time hunter, with all the abilities of the combat system and the life system. After possessing such a huge ability, his experience is naturally richer. Where are we going now? Su Yumeng and the others are looking at Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11. This time they are mainly looking for the energy crocodile and the magic key. It is an unexpected gain on their way to find the energy crocodile. Let's go in the same direction to find the energy crocodile. Maybe if we go in this direction, we will soon find clues about the silver magic key. Lin Chen thought about it and decided to continue hunting energy crocodiles. These energy crocodiles are almost nowhere else. After some simple processing, they can be stored in space equipment. After the training is over, they can all be taken out. After Lin Chen made the decision, the team members quickly left this place and set off in the previous direction. Although there are no energy crocodiles around here. But these are all traces of the previous energy crocodile activities. Lin Chen said as he led everyone to set off. Obviously, they were right to set off in this direction. It will take a while before we can find the magic energy crocodile. Senior Shenyu looked at the traces around and immediately determined that these traces were formed not long ago. That is to say, not long ago, there were still magic energy crocodiles active in this area. After this discovery, the group was naturally very happy. Let's go. Let's speed up. Try to find where the energy crocodile is as soon as possible. Maybe we need to make some adjustments to our camp. Lin Chen felt that these 3 days were worth it for them. Maybe they could get a lot of benefits as long as they made good use of them, so he had already started to consider moving the camp. In fact, our team can complete more tasks next. After our team completes enough tasks, we can get a lot of team points. Team points can be used to redeem some special equipment. There is a special equipment called a tactical base. This kind of mobile tactical base can be portable and used in the wild. When senior sister Shenyu said this, she suddenly felt that their team really needed such a thing. After senior Shenyu finished speaking, everyone nodded. Although Lin Chen has never heard of it, what is this thing? However, using the tactical bracelet issued by the God War Department, you can query relevant information. After looking at the mobile tactical base, he suddenly felt that their sixth team should have prepared a mobile tactical base long ago. Hey, I found it, I found it. At this moment, Su Yumeng suddenly said excitedly. Where? Lin Chen perked up. They had discovered the benefits of energy crocodile before. This thing can not only improve strength, restore the body, and restore magic power. It can also strengthen the physical body and slightly increase various attributes. It is simply a natural special magic potion. In that direction, there should be quite a few people fighting over there. Su Yumeng sensed it for a moment and then spoke. Are you actually a step too late? Come on, let's get there quickly. After hearing about that place, someone had already arrived first. Lin Chen and his party did not dare to neglect. When they were moving forward at full speed, the team's speed was also very fast. Not long after, they appeared in a swamp filled with energy. When he came to this energy-filled swamp, Lin Chen saw that there were already many elites in this place. These elite geniuses are constantly fighting against the energy crocodiles in the swamp. Some energy crocodiles have already been killed, and they were not surprised at all when they saw Lin Chen and his party coming. After discovering the power of the energy crocodile, it would be weird not to look for the energy crocodile. Lin Chen also immediately discovered that the elites of the Divine War Department they had met before were quite talented. But now, the elites who hunt energy crocodiles in this place are very powerful. Lin Chen has already seen several guys whose strength is definitely not inferior to Regulus 11. One can imagine how terrifying these people are. Let's do it too. After Chu Shiren took a look, he said with great emotion. We can discuss it and come up with a combat plan. Senior sister Shen Yu shook her head. She found that most of the talented elites were fighting independently in this place. If they fight independently like this, the role of the team will be useless. Then the necessity of their existence will completely dissatisfy their existence, and they will lose all sense of existence. Only unity is the key method at the moment. The role of a team is never that 1 + 1 = 2, but that 1 + 1 is greater than 2. Senior sister Shen Yu's ideas coincide with mine. We can indeed work out a routine. Compared to senior Shen Yu, Lin Chen spoke more directly. He directly said it was a routine, not anything else. Yes, let's think about how to cooperate. Xuanyuan 11 did not cooperate with Lin Chen when he went out before. At that time, both of them wanted to know more about the energy crocodile. These energy crocodiles are best killed using physical means. Because using pure physical means will not cause pollution to the energy crocodile. Lin Chen thought of this and immediately looked at Xuanyuan 11 and said. Can you use a weapon like a giant axe? Lin Chen was not sure whether Xuanyuan 11, a paladin, could use weapons such as giant axes. Otherwise, it would not be easy for him to kill the energy crocodile here using a blunt weapon like a cross. Can. Xuanyuan 11 didn't know what Lin Chen was going to do, but he nodded directly. We will all use thunder attribute attacks for a while. After attracting the energy crocodile here, we will use thunder attribute attacks. Come and attack these energy crocodiles. When the energy crocodiles are paralyzed, kill them with an axe. After Lin Chen finished speaking, Xuanyuan 11 felt a little stupid. There is no saying that paladins should not kill, but is this too cruel? But, come to think of it, especially after considering that power crocodile tastes pretty good. Xuanyuan 11 immediately felt that killing the energy crocodile like this didn't seem very cruel. Good. If the energy crocodiles fall into paralysis, I can kill these energy crocodiles with one blow. Xuanyuan 11 is relatively confident in his own strength. So at this time, he also said the same thing. That's good. Lin Chen nodded. He had discovered before that Xuanyuan 11 was very powerful. With the extremely terrifying power, it doesn't seem to be difficult for Xuanyuan 11 to kill the energy crocodile with one blow. That's good. I'm responsible for attracting the energy crocodile. Senior sister Shen Yu took the initiative to speak. Her figure is more agile. Although in most of her battles, she didn't kill 7 in and 7 out like Lin Chen. However, she is indeed an agile and dexterous swordsman. I use Ravos to unleash thunder and lightning. I can summon 3 Levos now. After Su Yumeng finished speaking, she summoned Levos. Levos is an elf with primary photoelectric attributes, like a blue transparent electrified ball jellyfish. I can use photoelectric modules to convert the robot's properties into photoelectric properties. I'll transform it now. Although Chu Xiren was severely hit by Lin Chen, he was a real mechanic after all, and he was actually not that unbearable. Good. I also use photovoltaic modules. Lin Chen thought about it and immediately prepared to use photoelectric modules. Then I'm going. Are you ready? After several people divided their work, senior sister Shen Yu said immediately. I can do it. Su Yumeng spoke. I'm ready too. Chu Xiren said that it was not very difficult for him to modify the photoelectric module. Even Corolla's modification, Predator itself has photoelectric properties. In this case, he only needs to strengthen the photoelectric properties. I have no problem either. Lin Chen originally planned to use photoelectric modules. However, at this time, he changed his mind. He prepared to use the magician's photoelectric attribute skills. Okay, then I'm going. After senior sister Shen Yu finished speaking, she ran towards the distance. When senior sister Shen Yu ran over, Lin Chen and others naturally took their positions and were ready. There are a lot of energy crocodiles in this place, and once anyone gets close, they will be attacked. When senior Shen Yu approached, she was naturally targeted by these energy crocodiles. Immediately, many energy crocodiles rushed towards the direction of senior Shen Yu. When these many energy crocodiles rushed over, senior Shen Yu was not worried. She didn't run directly in the direction where Lin Chen and the others were. According to the tactical arrangement just now, it would be most efficient for them to hunt one energy crocodile at a time. So senior sister Shen Yu directly led these energy crocodiles around in circles. After she attacked several times in a row and completely angered an energy crocodile, she ran towards Lin Chen and the others. Beautiful. Lin Chen immediately praised her without hesitation. Senior sister Shen Yu's actions reduced a lot of trouble for them. Because according to their current arrangement, killing one energy crocodile at a time is obviously the best. Magic conversion, photoelectric attribute, magic ball burst. While the energy crocodiles were still chasing senior sister Shen Yu, Lin Chen directly fired a magic ball burst at these energy crocodiles. 6 electric lights flashed, and at this moment, they roared directly towards the energy crocodile. Energy crocodiles have no attributes, only pure energy, at this time. The energy crocodile was naturally bombarded by the lightning magic ball and became a little slow in action. Corolla, modify, Predator. After Lin Chen made his move, Chu Xiren also made his move. Then 6 mini laser launchers continuously used lightning energy to attack the energy crocodile. Go, Revos. At this time, Su Yumeng also used it. Lightning chain. After several people made their moves, Lin Chen directly gave the energy crocodile a hard blow. A lightning chain was released from Lin Chen's hand, and then this lightning chain. It connected with Revos and Chu Xiren's laser launchers. After all the thunder energy is connected in parallel through the lightning chain, it suddenly falls on the head of the energy crocodile with even more powerful power. The energy crocodile, which was just sluggish just now, became numb in an instant. After the energy crocodile Muggle, Regulus, who was already ready to go, came directly carrying a battle axe that was taller than him. Drink. After shouting loudly, Xuanyuan 11 immediately used the overwhelming power of Mount Tai. He suddenly pointed the giant axe in his hand toward the energy crocodile below, and used his strength to chop Washan's Tai style down. Bang! There was an explosion, and the energy crocodile was directly struck by Regulus 11, killing him neatly. Pretty. Everyone, please take the time to recover. We are ready to kill the next energy crocodile. After Lin Chen finished speaking, he asked everyone to prepare. Good. Senior sister Shen Yu and others nodded. Chu Xiren immediately recharged the Predator. The Predator laser cannon consumed very high energy. During combat, it needs to be recharged frequently before it can be used. On the other side, Su Yumeng was also comforting and encouraging several Levos elves. As a summoner, she seems to be able to talk to these little guys. Senior sister Shen Yu is observing which energy crocodile to attract next. When Lin Chen and Xuanyuan 11 went out before, they harvested a total of 4 energy crocodiles. This time they are hunting 6 energy crocodiles, and their team can store supplies for 10 energy crocodiles. Are you ready? After discovering a suitable target, senior sister Shen Yu immediately spoke. Ready. Chu Shiren nodded immediately. I'm fine too. Everything is ready, Su Yumeng said very excitedly, fighting as a team like this. Before, it was rarely done. I'm ready. Lin Chen nodded, and then senior sister Shen Yu set off decisively. Because the target was locked just now. So after senior Shen Yu set off, she quickly attracted an energy crocodile. With the experience just now, Lin Chen, Chu Shiren, Su Yumeng, and Xuanyuan 11. This time, the energy crocodile was taken away in a direct flow. After seeing their cooperation, everyone around them was completely dumbfounded. None of them expected that such a thing would happen. Is Team 6 so fierce? In less than 5 seconds, an energy crocodile was killed instantly. Holy shit, is it true or false? Isn't it? Oh my god. The members of the other teams around him were all dumbfounded at this time. They were really shocked. Now almost everyone here knew how powerful this energy crocodile was. As a result, under such circumstances, the 6th team could end the battle within 5 seconds. It can be seen how powerful their cooperation and tactics are. Thinking this, everyone immediately began to observe carefully. If they want to kill an energy crocodile, it will take at least half an hour, or even longer, to return the energy crocodile's health status to 0. Lin Chen and his team were so powerful that they could completely kill an energy crocodile within 5 seconds. In fact, Lin Chen and the others were a little dumbfounded at this moment. Is it so efficient? Lin Chen looked at senior sister Shen Yu and Xuanyuan 11. Before the operation started, they didn't think that they could kill the energy crocodiles in this place so efficiently. In this case, we may be able to store 20 energy crocodiles here. Then go on to hunt somewhere else. Anyway, these energy crocodiles are also a scourge to ordinary civilians. It will be good for ordinary people if we kill all these energy crocodiles. Senior Shen Yu's previous thought was that as long as their team could reserve 10 energy crocodiles, it would be great. Now after seeing that my team has such high efficiency, Senior Shen Yu immediately decided that their team could store 50 energy crocodiles, or even more. After all, it only takes 5 seconds for them to kill an energy crocodile. As long as you attract the energy crocodile, you can take it away in one piece. The only shortcoming, instead, it was Regulus 11, because Regulus 11 took action with all his strength. You need to simply recover every time so that you can perform as well next time. Thinking of this, Senior Shen Yu was not in a hurry. They don't need to keep killing energy crocodiles, they just need to be foolproof every time. We will continue to make simple repairs now, and we will continue to take action when the condition is restored. After Senior Shen Yu finished speaking, everyone nodded in agreement. After everyone was ready, Senior Sister Shen Yu continued to take action. In a short time, half of the energy crocodiles in this place were hunted by their group. After hunting down half of the energy crocodiles here, Senior Shen Yu stopped. Although there are still some energy crocodiles here, we'd better change places. Senior Sister Shen Yu gave a wry smile. If they continue to hunt energy crocodiles here, they will soon be angry. Good. Lin Chen also smiled bitterly. There was nothing he could do, their team cooperated so well. Whether it is Senior Sister Shen Yu's sharp intuition and judgment, or her agile and nimble skills, or his lightning chains, and Xuanyuan 11's decisive blow, and Chu Shiren, and the continuous photoelectric attack provided by Su Yumeng. These are all things that other teams cannot imitate at all. With this successful experience, Chu Shiren immediately found the right direction. In the future, he obviously cannot take the route of a conventional mechanic, but should take the photoelectric route. Most mechanics will not take the photoelectric route specifically. If he chooses to take the photoelectric route, then his machinery will become very special. Moreover, the machinery of the photoelectric route has powerful attack power and electric shock effect. What he has to do now is to transform all the machinery with photoelectricity. Not only that, but also continue to upgrade and develop stronger light spot modules. Sister Yumeng, can you sense this area? Where are there such energy crocodiles? When they were about to change places, Lin Chen also spoke at this time. I didn't find the energy crocodile. but I felt the magic fluctuations of the same source as the silver magic key. It's just behind that valley. Should we go over and take a look? Su Yumeng looked at Lin Chen with a cute face. Seeing her cute little look, Lin Chen really wanted to stretch out his hand and pinch her. Let's go. But Lin Chen didn't do that, but touched her little head. Soon, the group also went forward. After seeing Lin Chen and his group finally leave, the members of many teams around him. Everyone here breathed a sigh of relief. The sixth team finally left. When Lin Chen and his party left, many elites of the God War department around began to celebrate in their hearts. Lin Chen and others are simply the cancer of this place. It takes a long time for others to hunt energy crocodiles, but the sixth team can solve the battle in 5 seconds. When Lin Chen and his party left, everyone in the sixth team naturally breathed a sigh of relief. Soon, everyone began to continue hunting energy crocodiles in this place. Brother Lin Chen, they have been looking at us. Are they reluctant to let us go? Su Yumeng walked forward while holding Lin Chen's hand and looking back. Hearing her words, Lin Chen suddenly felt a little embarrassed. It should be, Lin Chen replied casually, not caring too much. After all, they would be hated by the gods and people in that place. If they continue to stay there to hunt energy crocodiles, then other teams may not even get a few sips of soup. Fortunately, there are energy crocodiles in other places. And in their team, Su Yumeng is a perceptive physique. It is easy to find energy crocodiles in other places. After finding energy crocodiles in other places, they can hunt them again. Not only energy crocodiles, Su Yumeng can also sense other things. Just like now, Su Yumeng used her perception ability to discover the magic aura that originated from the silver magic key. When Lin Chen and his party were moving towards this side, there were also members of other teams active in this area. They were not surprised to see Lin Chen and his party. Because the supplies here are much more than other places. Most teams are not going to hunt energy crocodiles, and most of the time they will definitely come here. Lin Chen was a little surprised that there were so many people here. When he came here, he also saw. The students here are either picking fruits or collecting magic herbs. It's a simple collection, but he doesn't know what to do after collecting. He is a little speechless. Is it just for the nominal magic herbs? Some students are looking for mineral materials here. After looking around, Lin Chen didn't see anything very special here. Immediately, his eyes also looked at Su Yumeng. Which direction should we go now? When Lin Chen asked, the little girl Su Yumeng closed her eyes slightly and began to sense. We have to keep going forward and pass through this area. I really want to go all the way to the inner area. Do we have to go there? Su Yumeng sensed it carefully and immediately found that they couldn't get here. Because the same magical fluctuations were actually deeper. In the inner area, this time Lin Chen didn't decide directly whether to enter or not. If the outer area is just a general danger, then the inner area is the real battlefield. They have been relaxing and resting for 3 days, not fighting. After entering the inner area, fighting is obviously inevitable. After the 3-day rest time is over, they will also enter the inner area to carry out the second and third phases of training. Only after the 3 phases of training are completed can they leave this place. Should we wait until the second phase of training starts before going there? Lin Chen thought about it and said to several people immediately. But the second and third phases of training will regroup everyone. The members of our 6th team will most likely not be in the same group. Senior Sister Shen Yu smiled bitterly and then reminded. After Senior Sister Shen Yu said this, Lin Chen also remembered that there will be a second and third phase of training. All of them will be regrouped, and after the regrouping, they may not be in the same group. Then how about we take a break now and then take a deeper look? Although there will definitely be danger after in-depth exploration. But now they have obtained 2 of these silver magic keys. Now that the location of the same source of magic has been found, it would be a pity not to take a look. After Lin Chen spoke, Senior Sister Shen Yu nodded. I agree to go in and explore. Since the second and third phases of training will be conducted here, then it means that with our strength, we can enter it. If this place is really very dangerous, it is so dangerous that we can't handle it at all, then no matter what, Chief Yuan Shugong and others, they will definitely not let us participate in the training here. So I think that since the same source of magic power has been found inside, we can go in and take a look. What do you think? After senior sister Shen Yu finished speaking, she looked at Chu Xiren, Xuanyuan 11, and Su Yumeng. In the 6th team, she and Lin Chen now think that they can go in and check, but they don't know what the remaining members think. I agree with senior sister Shen Yu and Lin Chen. Xuanyuan 11 nodded. He didn't want to give up such a good opportunity. Agree. Chu Xiren also nodded. In fact, he didn't really want to go. Although senior sister Shen Yu said that they would also go in and train in a few days. However, facing troubles in a few days is obviously not the same as facing troubles now. I don't really want to go. When Chu Xiren and the others agreed, Su Yumeng shook her head. Then she continued to speak. Let's roast the crocodile first and go after we are full, okay? It seems that we should continue to eat roasted crocodiles. Su Yumeng is obviously a foodie now, and her mind is full of delicious food. Lin Chen thought that she didn't want to go deeper for some reason. It turned out that she wanted to eat roasted crocodiles. At that time, Lin Chen and the others naturally did not meet the little girl's request, and directly took the little girl and continued to move forward. Su Yumeng was a little depressed. It was not a big problem to eat a delicious roasted crocodile before moving forward. As a result, at this time, brother Lin Chen and the others had to hurry on their way. After gradually entering the inner area, Lin Chen and his party became cautious. The inner area and the outer area are completely different. In the outer area, the most powerful ones seem to be the Dragon Man and the Energy Crocodile. But in the inner area, the Dragon Man and the Energy Crocodile seem to be the lowest existence in this place. Of course, this is just an analogy. Because after coming to the inner area, although they saw a lot of monsters, but none of them saw the Energy Crocodile and the Dragon Man in this place. Where is the source of magic power, that is, the homologous fluctuation of magic power? Lin Chen looked around and stopped immediately after finding no danger around. In that direction, arriving soon. After Lin Chen asked, Su Yumeng felt it again and then spoke. Sister Yumeng, come and lead the way. We're here to protect you. Lin Chen thought for a while and decided to let Su Yumeng lead the way. Because there are many powerful monsters around here, they need to be alert at all times. If Su Yumeng is allowed to lead the way, all his attention can be focused on the safety of their group. On the inside, safety is obviously the biggest issue. Thinking of this, Lin Chen also looked at Su Yumeng. Okay. After Lin Chen finished speaking, Su Yumeng nodded directly. Then the group of them followed Su Yumeng and continued moving forward. Su Yumeng has a perceptual physique and can detect whether there is danger around her. Even Su Yumeng didn't realize that there was Lin Chen and senior sister Shen Yu. With Xuanyuan 11 and Chu Xiren protecting him, there won't be any accidents. The group of people continued to advance in the jungle in this way. After walking for about half an hour, they stopped at a dilapidated temple. What is this place? After seeing this dilapidated temple, Lin Chen immediately looked at the people around him and asked. I don't know, I've never seen this kind of building before. Senior Shen Yu shook her head. Although she had seen many special things before, this kind of special building, she had never seen it before coming here. As the same source of magic power of the silver magic key located in this place. Xuanyuan 11 looked at the area, and then asked Su Yumeng beside him. Yes, however, there are several places here that all have the same magical aura. I don't know what's going on. It's so strange. Su Yumeng tilted her little head and spoke in confusion. She had never experienced this kind of thing before. Is there any danger in there? Lin Chen nodded and then asked. It's fine if there's a magical aura from the same source, as long as there's a magical aura from the same source. Then the silver magic key they had obtained by chance would be useful. As for what that silver magic key can be used for, you have to enter it to find out. I can't feel it, but there should be monsters here. It's just that they're in some special condition, so I can't feel it. Su Yumeng had felt it carefully just now. However, after sensing it for a long time, she still didn't find any monsters in this place. But her intuition still told her that there were some special monsters in this place. These very special monsters are likely to be in a special state. Under such circumstances, her perception ability was unable to detect the existence of these monsters. Okay, let's be careful and go in and take a look. Lin Chen nodded and then spoke. Immediately, a group of people cautiously entered the dilapidated temple. Although this temple is extremely dilapidated, everyone can still see that when this temple is not extremely dilapidated. This temple is as majestic and glorious as it is. After a brief observation outside the temple, the group entered the temple. They thought that the temple was full of dangers, but after entering, everyone was slightly stunned. Although when they were outside, their perception did not notice it. What is there in this temple? But when a group of people came to the temple, they saw that there were really many helmet spirit monsters here. However, all the puppets here seem to be immobilized by strong people using magic. When they get close, these helmet spirits will make very slight movements. But there are many helmet spirits here, but they can't move at all. After making this discovery, everyone felt relieved. There are many exits here. Even if these helmet spirits resume their movement in a while, we will not be greatly affected. Lin Chen walked forward and observed his surroundings. He even took the initiative to test it just now. The exits of this place can be passed normally. Of course, there will definitely be very special situations. When encountering those very special circumstances, these exits may be directly blocked. Found it. When Lin Chen finished speaking, Su Yumeng also looked not far away in surprise. There it is. The eyes of Lin Chen and others immediately looked in that direction at this moment. When several people looked at him, they all showed doubts. Because it was a light curtain filled with magic power, and there was a groove above the magic light screen. The appearance of the groove is naturally that of magical mithril. Obviously, after putting the magic key into the groove, this magic light curtain can be opened. But the magic light curtain is translucent, so it's impossible to see clearly what's inside. When you open this brick-like magic light curtain, you may encounter unexpected troubles. Of course, it is also possible that after they open the magic light curtain, nothing will happen. I'll let the goblins try it. Su Yumeng tilted her head and thought for a while, then summoned the goblin. Anyway, this guy has signed a contract with her, so even if he encounters some trouble, he will not be completely killed. Okay. After Su Yumeng finished speaking, Lin Chen and the others nodded. Obviously, this is the correct way to use the goblin. After thinking about how to use the goblin correctly, Su Yumeng handed both silver magic keys to the goblin. The goblin didn't know what Su Yumeng was asking it to do now. But it just did what Su Yumeng said. When the goblin passed by, Lin Chen and his party were all on high alert. Be careful, if a powerful monster suddenly rushes out of this magic light curtain. We must be prepared to escape at any time. After Lin Chen finished speaking, the other people around him nodded seriously. If there are really some very powerful monsters rushing out of this place in a while, then they will definitely run away as soon as possible. The goblin naturally didn't know that no one would take its life or death into account. At this time, the goblin also picked up a silver magic key and put it in the groove. Then a mad young man rushed out of the magic light curtain. Ghost step. The opponent's speed was very fast, and he rushed in front of Lin Chen in almost an instant. Upward. Then without saying anything, he raised his hand directly. Retreat. Lin Chen did not confront the opponent head-on. When the opponent's attack suddenly fell, he quickly retreated. At this time, everyone also saw clearly what this thing was. Chapter 51. This is a human warrior, but this human warrior seems to be controlled. Or, he is already dead. It's just that there is a special spell on him. So even if he is dead, at this time, he still has very strong fighting power and can still move. Go all out to kill him. This man is dead. After sensing for a moment, Senior Sister Shen Yu said to everyone immediately. If this man is a living human warrior, then everyone must help him. Even if they can't help this human warrior, they can report this news. But now it's not necessary, since this guy is dead. Then they all just need to go all out to kill this monster. Swish, swish, swish. When Lin Chen and other members of the 6th team attacked, this guy directly used the 3-stage slash. When the opponent's 3-stage slash came, Lin Chen said nothing. Gatling gun. Da da da. First, there was a burst of Gatling gun fire, and then Lin Chen used the flamethrower again. There was no life in the place where the fire was fired, as if it was brought to hell. The smell of horror instantly swept all over the place. This monster didn't know what was going on, and it seemed to like attacking him. After Lin Chen used the flamethrower, the monster that ran from a distance naturally hit its head directly into the sea of fire. Boom! The flame of the flamethrower continued to burn the monster, and the opponent's life state continued to decline at this time. Lin Chen did not continue and threw out several Molotov cocktails directly. Use Molotov cocktails, he is very afraid of flames. On the side, after seeing that Lin Chen's attack was very effective, senior sister Shen Yu immediately asked everyone to use Molotov cocktails. Many Molotov cocktails were thrown over, and a lot of kerosene continued to appear on the monster. Then these kerosene soon burned violently, and the monster was immediately engulfed by the flames. After all the fuel in Lin Chen's flamethrower was burned out, the monster's life state was directly reduced to 0. Then, the monster was declared dead. After killing the monster, Lin Chen's eyes immediately looked at the light curtain just now. Look, there are quite a few good things in this place. After taking a look, Lin Chen said to senior sister Shen Yu and the others. Hearing Lin Chen's words, senior sister Shen Yu and the others also looked over at this time. Then they saw that in this cube-like magic light curtain, it was like a treasure house. In it, there are many small crystals, energy stones, some magic potions, and materials. In addition, there are some weapon design drawings and some special books. I don't know who left this place. The other party left such a magic brick and imprisoned a monster in it. Is it to let this monster guard the treasures inside? After senior sister Shen Yu and the others took a look, they were immediately curious. Chu Shiren was naturally curious in his heart. But without delay, he started to count the treasures in this place. When everyone saw Chu Shiren's appearance, they were a little amused. In the 6th team, Chu Shiren seemed to be particularly fond of counting and distributing the spoils. Of course, every time he counted and distributed the spoils, it was based on everyone's contribution, and then after comprehensive consideration, the final distribution was made. Therefore, every time he distributed the spoils, the distribution was very fair. Since there is such a monster in this magic brick, then there is a similar monster in the magic brick over there. Of course, in addition to various monsters, there are also good things in this place. Lin Chen looked at the many items taken out by Chu Shiren and said casually. Let's prepare and open another magic brick. The materials obtained by opening a magic brick are almost 3 months of supplies in normal times. Do you want to choose which brick to open next? After all, we only have 2 silver magic keys. Senior sister Shen Yu thought about it and said immediately. There should be no need to choose specifically. The magic bricks here seem to be the same. Lin Chen looked around at the many magic bricks around and said immediately. In his opinion, there is actually no need to choose bricks now. But you need to think about how to get as many silver magic keys as possible. Every time you open a magic brick, you need to consume a silver magic key. After they opened a magic brick before, they only have the last magic key left. Sister Su Yumeng, after using the magic key, can you still sense the fluctuations of other magic keys? Lin Chen is not very familiar with Su Yumeng's perception constitution. Therefore, he didn't know whether Su Yumeng could sense other magic keys after using the magic key. If not, they should leave a silver magic key behind. After finding other magic keys, they can open the magic bricks in this place. Yeah, okay. Su Yumeng nodded obediently. Even without the silver magic key, she can still sense the same origin fluctuations in other places. She has memorized this aura. As long as there is a breath of the same origin, she can know it. Actually, I'm wondering if there is a way for us to open the magic tiles in this place without using a magic key. When everyone was discussing which magic tile to open, or whether to find the key first, Regulus 11, the fake paladin, began to think about the problem directly from the perspective of violence. However, when he said this, everyone was happy. Yes, no one stipulates that you must use a magic key to open it. What if the magic light curtain in this place is not as powerful as imagined? You can try it. Lin Chen nodded quickly. He was not stubborn or rigid. As long as there are simpler methods, the simplest methods must be used first. Okay, let me give it a try. Get ready. Regulus 11 said, taking out his huge battle axe. It was obvious that Regulus was now ready to attack with all his strength, and then smash the magic brick into pieces with an axe. When Xuanyuan 11 was preparing to take action with all his strength, Lin Chen and others were also preparing with all their strength. Soon, the group of people entered a state of preparedness. Drink. Xuanyuan 11 suddenly let out an angry roar, and then he struck the Washan mountain with a fierce blow. Suddenly he landed on this magic square tile. After Xuanyuan 11 attacked, Lin Chen and his companions' eyes suddenly lit up. Degree of damage, 1%. Effective, feasible. When Xuanyuan 11's attack landed on the magic brick, the corresponding attribute bar appeared on the magic brick. In other words, if this attack is repeated 99 times, the magic brick will be destroyed. Seeing this, Lin Chen and his companions were naturally not idle. Since they could blast the magic bricks in this place open by brute force, it would naturally be a piece of cake. Thinking of this, Lin Chen and his companions also attacked one after another. After they attacked, the magic bricks in this place continued to shatter. Flame Viper Cannon. Light Spot Transformation. Chu Shiren used the Flame Viper Cannon at the right position. After the photoelectric transformation, his Flame Viper Cannon also became very powerful. Boom boom boom. Silver white energy shells continued to bombard the magic bricks. The degree of damage to the magic bricks continued to increase. It seemed that it would be disintegrated if it was not careful. Mechanical improvement. Lin Chen also set up 2 Flame Viper cannons next to Chu Shiren's Flame Viper cannon. Then, he used the means of mechanical improvement. Suddenly, all the mechanical equipment on the scene were improved and upgraded at this time. Under the continuous firepower output of the crowd, this magic brick. Not long after, the damage reached 100%. After the damage reached 100%, the magic brick shattered instantly. Then, as before, the brave men who were controlled by the spell rushed out instantly. For a time, there were many crises, and no one dared to act rashly. This brave man was also a mechanic like Chu Shiren. Even when he saw this brave man, Chu Shiren was stunned. What's wrong? Seeing Chu Shiren stunned, Lin Chen asked with some confusion. Chu Shiren is an elite of the God War Department after all. Since he is an elite of the God War Department, then he obviously would not make such a low-level mistake of being absent-minded on the battlefield. This is my cousin. Looking at the young man rushing over, Chu Shiren decisively used the Corolla laser cannon. If the other party was still alive, Chu Shiren would definitely not do this. But now, the other party has become a monster, so what else can be said? Since this person is your cousin, that means that the history of this place is not long. Or in other words, the many magic bricks here have only been built not long ago. It can also be understood that someone has specially stored some supplies here, and then used these brave men controlled by the spell to guard the treasures of this place. Senior Sister Shen Yu thought for a while and then analyzed. Hearing what Senior Sister Shen Yu said, everyone nodded. They seemed to be involved in some conspiracy unintentionally. But there was no delay. No matter what conspiracy the other party had, take the supplies of this place away first. Thinking of the changes in the third-level training ground before, and seeing the supplies secretly stored in this place, everyone felt that this training camp did not seem so simple. This is certainly not Commander Yuan Shugong, who is targeting them. Rather, they happened to encounter the secret planning of an unknown organization when they were training in this place. Let's take away everything we can take away from here, and then tell Commander Yuan Shugong. Maybe the Paladin Order will also come to investigate. After thinking about it, Lin Chen decided to take all the supplies in this place first. As for other things, it is Commander Yuan Shugong and Douglas of the Paladin Order who need to worry about it. After Lin Chen finished speaking, several people nodded. Although this person is a cousin of Chu Shiren, but after confirming that the other party is dead and has turned into a monster. When everyone took action, they did not hesitate at all. In an instant, many attacks, like a storm, roared towards the monster controlled by the spell. Not long after, the young man controlled by the spell was completely killed. After killing the young man who was controlled by the spell and had turned into a monster, Chu Shiren also stepped forward immediately to count the many supplies in the magic bricks. No matter what happened, it seemed that Chu Shiren would not be delayed from counting and distributing supplies. Seeing this scene, Lin Chen and the others could only laugh and cry. You know, everyone was just thinking about how to comfort Chu Shiren. In the end, this guy didn't need anyone to comfort him at all. After seeing a large amount of spoils waiting for him to count, Chu Shiren turned his grief into strength in an instant and went to count the spoils. When Chu Shiren began to count the spoils, Lin Chen was also quickly adjusting and preparing. Not long after, Chu Shiren finished counting all the spoils in this place. After he distributed the spoils fairly, the group began to continue fighting. There are still 8 magic bricks like this in this place. Are there any other places besides here? Lin Chen said while looking at Su Yumeng and asked. There are some, but the magic fluctuations in other places are far away from here. We'll be going somewhere else for a while. Su Yumeng asked with some uncertainty. I suggest you don't go to other areas. We are here after opening the 10 magic square tiles here. We have been able to obtain enough training resources. Senior sister Shen Yu does not recommend that everyone continue to explore other areas. After all, they were only repairing in this place for 3 days. After opening all the magic square tiles in this place, it has already taken a lot of time. Under such circumstances, there was naturally no need for them to go further. After Senior Shen Yu finished speaking, several people quickly nodded. Let's go ahead and open all these magic tiles. After taking away the cultivation resources here, report the abnormalities here. After deciding not to explore the magic tiles in other areas, Lin Chen spoke immediately, and after he finished speaking, everyone also took action. Soon the group of them chose the 3rd target. With the previous 2 successful experiences. This time after selecting the 3rd target, everyone quickly smashed the magic bricks into pieces. Then another ghost swordsman hero rushed out. The target of this brave man is still Lin Chen. Lin Chen was naturally a little dumbfounded at this time. What's going on? As long as the profession is a warrior like a ghost swordsman, why rush out and kill him? Of course, Lin Chen didn't care. Floating bomb. Bang. Fire Viper Cannon, Photoelectric Transformation, Mechanical Improvements. When this brave man from the Sword Soul profession rushed towards him, Lin Chen directly raised his hand and fired a flying bullet, sending this brave man to the sky. After using the floating bomb to knock the hero away, Lin Chen then used 2 flaming snake cannons, which instantly completed the optoelectric transformation and mechanical improvement. Under such dense firepower, the Sword Soul hero had no way to land. When the opponent was about to land, Lin Chen immediately added another floating bomb. When Lin Chen attacked the hero who was cursed by the spell, Senior Shen Yu, Chu Shiren, Xuanyuan 11, and Su Yumeng also helped. Under the attack of everyone, the hero's life status soon returned to 0. After the life status returned to 0, the hero was also killed directly. There are 7 left. First, take down 3 more in one go. Then take down the remaining 5 in one go. Lin Chen said while casting the life array and magic array for everyone. After he finished speaking, everyone nodded. This arrangement is very reasonable, and they can almost complete the task in the shortest time. Thinking of this, the group also took the time to recover. Because of the previous successful experience, the following activities of all of them naturally became smoother. Not long after, the many magic blocks in this place. They were all opened by a group of people. In the magic blocks, many heroes cursed by the spell were also eliminated by them. These heroes cursed by the spell, if they have just been cursed, have not yet turned into monsters. Using purification magic can purify this curse. Xuanyuan 11 has been carefully observing these cursed heroes. Now he has discovered that these heroes did not turn into monsters directly after being cursed. Being cursed and then turning into monsters obviously went through a very long process. It is conceivable how desperate these heroes were when they turned into monsters. So, I need to make some evolution scrolls. After Xuanyuan 11 finished speaking, Lin Chen immediately spoke up. Hearing Lin Chen's words, Senior Sister Shen Yu and others were a little dumbfounded. Is there anything that Lin Chen can't do? Even this kind of purification magic scroll, Lin Chen can make it. In fact, there are still many things that Lin Chen doesn't know. However, making this kind of purification magic scroll is not a difficult task for full-time hunters. So he didn't even think about it and directly said that he wanted to make some purification magic scrolls. After the group divided the supplies in this place, they contacted Chief Yuan Shugong. Soon, Yuan Shugong, the Black Wolf Special Training Instructor, and Douglas of the Paladin Order, all came here. After they came, they saw many heroes who were eliminated. These heroes have all become monsters. However, the breath of curse can still be felt on them. What's going on? Yuan Shugong looked at Douglas. Although the training base is also part of the God War land. But the training base was completely controlled a long time ago. Some special safety hazards in the training base were cleared by the Paladin Order. It should be something beyond our cognition. Douglas looked at it for a while and said immediately. Hearing Douglas's words, everyone around looked at each other. Something beyond their cognition has appeared. What should we do now? Yuan Shugong looked at Douglas. This area was mainly under the charge of Douglas. Even if he had some ideas, he could not overstep his authority. You continue to train and be responsible for safety. The Paladin Order will be fully responsible. When Douglas said this, Yuan Shugong was slightly stunned. After a moment, he also understood what was going on. It is obvious that Douglas wants to snake out of the hole. Since the other party has made so many arrangements in this place, there must be some purpose. The Paladin Order has never given up and patrolled various areas. As a result, nothing wrong was found. It can be seen that there are problems within the God War Department and even within the Paladin Order. But now that the other party's arrangements have been discovered, just use the trick against them. Seeing that the training of these genius elites is still going on, the other party will definitely not become so vigilant. Maybe, they will even continue to act during this period. Are there any problems with the people here? Yuan Shugong agreed with Douglas's proposal. This is a two birds with one stone plan. It can not only pull out some of the problematic guys in the God War Department. It can also completely eliminate the organization that is secretly plotting evil. In fact, there is another benefit, which is that it can increase the difficulty of training for many Tianzhou elites. No, Douglas took out a crystal, and the crystal showed the shadow of everyone. Including the shadows of those heroes who have been eliminated, they are also on this sacred crystal. However, the shadows of normal people are transparent. And the shadows of those heroes who have been eliminated are dark, as if they were polluted by sin. After seeing this scene, Yuan Shugong was relieved. Lin Chen was a little curious. Since there is this thing, why can't the traitor be found? Just line up everyone and test them one by one. Don't be suspicious. Sometimes, you can't alert the enemy. Besides, you have to play the long game to catch the big fish. Seeing Lin Chen's puzzled look, Yuan Shugong chuckled and explained to him immediately. It is obvious that Yuan Shugong has been cultivating Lin Chen intentionally or unintentionally. After Yuan Shugong said this, Lin Chen immediately understood. If the God War Department really made a big move, it would definitely be able to pull out all the guys with problems. But this is meaningless. If one is pulled out, the other party can quickly find a way to plant another one, or even turn one against the enemy. In turn, look for clues little by little and follow the clues. Finally, find all the evil organizations hidden in various places. Then uproot all these evil organizations to truly eradicate them. This principle is naturally clear to Lin Chen. Okay. Just pretend that what happened here never happened. Also, the things you took away from here need to be replaced. It's best to restore them to their original state. Douglas observed the surroundings, and after sensing with the help of the sacred crystal, he spoke immediately. In Douglas's opinion, the other party might appear in this place again during this period of time. By the way, this silver magic key. It is the item to open this place. Lin Chen and his group still have a good impression of Douglas. So Lin Chen also took the initiative to take out the silver magic key. A familiar breath. It seems to be those old friends again. Douglas took the silver key, sensed it for a moment and said with a smile. Lin Chen didn't know who the old friend Douglas was talking about. Not only Lin Chen, but even the most senior sister Shen Yu in the 6th team. In fact, I don't know who the old friend Douglas was talking about. But this time they really got a lot of resources in this place. If they didn't accumulate for half a year or even longer at other times, they wouldn't be able to get so many resources. Not long after, Lin Chen and his friends returned to the temporary camp of the 6th team. We made it this time. At other times, it wouldn't take half a year or even a year. We might not be able to accumulate so many resources at all. Chu Shiren said excitedly, and while he was talking, senior sister Shen Yu and Xuanyuan 11 also nodded. The three of them were among the first 3 members of the 6th team. There were other members in the 6th team, but due to a series of reasons. Later, only senior sister Shen Yu and 3 others were left, as well as Su Yumeng who joined later and Lin Chen who joined now. We don't have to go out for the next period of time. Just take a good rest in the camp. Lin Chen thought for a moment and then spoke. Agree. After Lin Chen finished speaking, several people nodded. They had already obtained enough resources before, and they just needed to take a good rest and recover in the remaining time. 3 days, not long, not short. When everyone felt that they were not fully prepared, 3 days had passed. After 3 days, the second phase of training and the third phase of training. At this time, it naturally began. Lin Chen and his group, as well as all other elites, gathered again. Lin Chen found that there were many new faces this time. It seems that there were heavy casualties in the first training, resulting in many elites being captured for training. The training base is a place of God Wars that is completely controlled by the God Wars department. The safety of this place is already very high. Under such circumstances, so many people died. Many people should be caught for this reason to participate in the training. Lin Chen walked forward while listening to the conversations of the people around him. From the conversations of many students around him, Lin Chen also knew that this time it was not only them who would participate in the training in this place. Even a considerable number of their elites from the previous session were caught for training. Since everyone is here, I will tell you the latest rules. In the next training, an average score will be calculated. Among all of you, those who are below the average score, your team will participate in the training next time. After Yuan Shugong's voice fell, many Tianzhou elites instantly turned green. Although as long as you exceed the average score, there will be no problem, this goal does not seem to be very difficult. But in fact, it may not be easy to achieve this step. Because there are many very amazing guys in the training. These people will definitely raise the total score a lot. At that time, their scores will be suppressed a lot, and the score they have been looking forward to will be wasted. This is what everyone does not want to see. In this case, the average score must be very high. In addition, most people are definitely unwilling to drag down their teammates. So in the next training camp, they will definitely work extra hard. Under the superposition of these factors, the average score this time is definitely terrifyingly high. Thinking of this, everyone's face is naturally very ugly. Next, grouping. The grouping is random. If 2 members of the same team are in the same group, then one of them will be regrouped. When many students were thinking about whether they could be in the same group with their teammates, Yuan Shugong's words completely cut off everyone's thoughts. Then, the grouping began. About 5 minutes later, Lin Chen's communicator received the information about the random grouping. After looking at the list of their 3-person group, Lin Chen was immediately happy. He was actually in the same group with Ling Qingge, which showed that he was lucky. He and Ling Qingge were already very familiar with each other. Lin Chen didn't know the other girl named Xia Qingwen. But now is the chance for them to get to know each other. After the grouping was completed, Yuan Shugong asked them to reunite with his temporary team members. Of course, this grouping is random. You may not be satisfied. If you are not satisfied with the grouping, you can apply for a solo action. It's just that the rules for solo action are the same as those for team action, and there is no special care. When Yuan Shugong said that they could consider solo action, many people were interested in whether the difficulty of training would be relatively reduced if they acted alone. I never thought that there was no benefit at all to act alone. It would be fine if they acted alone in a familiar environment, but in this completely unfamiliar environment, there was no point in them acting alone. Compared with others, they would lack the support of their companions, which would increase the difficulty of training. Of course, it's not that no one wants to act alone. After Chief Yuan Shugong said that he could act alone, many geniuses soon made requests to act alone. It's clear that these elites prefer to keep to themselves. Or there are some special methods that you don't want others to see. Although Lin Chen also has many special methods, he has no intention of acting alone. It is definitely better to act as a whole team than to act alone. When a small team acts, it is definitely better. They can discuss tactics when encountering many situations. Sometimes, what is difficult for one person to accomplish can be easily accomplished by 2 or 3 people. Lin Chen, what a coincidence. Ling Qingge came over very happily soon. It was such a coincidence that she was in the same team as Lin Chen. When Ling Qingge and Lin Chen met, another girl named Xia Qingwen in the team also arrived. Xia Qingwen is a magician with a somewhat shy personality. After seeing Lin Chen and Ling Qingge, she was a little embarrassed to come over. "Hello, I'm Lin Chen." When Lin Chen saw this temporary teammate, he immediately introduced himself. "You guys are good to me. I am Xia Qingwen." Xia Qingwen is indeed very shy, even speaking in a soft voice. But her voice is very pleasant. After hearing her voice, it gives people a feeling of spring breeze and rain. "I am a gifted professional. Ling Qingge is a mechanic." "What profession are you in as a magician?" Lin Chen saw that Xia Qingwen was using a staff, and was a little unsure about Xia Qingwen's profession for a moment. Because elementalists, mage scholars, battle mages, and summoners can all use wands. "I'm a summoner." Xia Qingwen continued to speak in a low voice, and she always spoke like this. If you don't listen carefully, you may not be able to hear clearly what this girl is saying. "Welcome to join us." Ling Qingge smiled sweetly, and she obviously liked this soft and cute girl. After many elites joined the members of their team, Commander Yuan Shugong also continued to speak at this time. The second phase of training will be completed at the Tianlu training base. The Tianlu training base is one of the 8 core training bases. The biggest advantage of the Tianlu training base is that it connects to other training bases. So you may encounter troubles in other training bases in the Tianlu training base. When Yuan Shugong said this, everyone was dumbfounded. What kind of advantage is this? They will actually encounter troubles that other training bases will encounter in this place. No matter how you look at it, this can't be considered an advantage. After Yuan Shugong explained everything, someone led everyone into the second-level training base. "Do you know the Tianlu training base?" Lin Chen originally thought that they would complete the subsequent training tasks at the place where the energy crocodile was caught. Unexpectedly, now for some reason, Yuan Shugong actually thought that he would take them all to the Tianlu training base for training. In particular, Lin Chen also knew that Douglas and Yuan Shugong wanted to lure the snake out of the hole. Thinking of this, Lin Chen immediately understood. That's why they were arranged in the Tianlu training base. Doing this is nothing more than letting those who secretly have ideas about the God War Department or the elites of the God War Department do it boldly and wait to be caught by the paladins. Lin Chen found out at this moment that among the instructors around him, there are many instructors who have a very strong aura of light attributes. And obviously, these instructors with a breath of light attributes are without exception. They are definitely all strong men of the Paladin Order. It's just that now, they are hiding in various places disguised as mentors. Thinking of this, Lin Chen felt much more relieved. Because there are at least more than 50 strong men of the Paladin Order in this place. It seems that the Paladin Order is ready to fight. After the grouping was completed and the training requirements were also explained, everyone entered the Tianlu training base, which was full of mountains and forests, and some ruins. We have to be careful. The monsters in the Tianlu training base are famous for being numerous. Although the strength of most monsters is not very strong, there are too many monsters in this place. So we will easily encounter battles. Ling Qingge has a little understanding of the Tianlu training base. So when the group came to this place, Ling Qingge immediately reminded Lin Chen and Xia Qingwen. Yeah, Xia Qingwen nodded obediently, holding a staff in her hand, ready to participate in the battle at any time. Lin Chen also took out the double guns. It was very good to have Ling Qingge in the team. Ling Qingge is Su Yumeng, the only 2 students in the God War Department who have a perceptive physique. And both of them have very strong perceptual abilities. With Ling Qingge in the team, obviously, a lot of troubles can be avoided, which indirectly improves the safety of the team. Strange, Ling Qingge said suddenly after walking for a while. What's wrong? Lin Chen asked curiously. He didn't find anything special around here. But Ling Qingge has a perceptive physique after all. Therefore, Ling Qingge felt strange and must have noticed something different. There are no monsters around us. But Tianlu training base has always been the place with the most monsters. This seems very unreasonable. Ling Qingge was just telling them that there are a lot of monsters in this place. As a result, now she didn't even sense a single monster, which is naturally problematic. Are there always a lot of monsters in Tianlu training base? Or are there some special changes? Lin Chen spoke uncertainly. He really didn't find anything here. After Lin Chen finished asking, he and Sha Qingwen's communicators suddenly received a message. Don't make it public. Single quote. Someone is spying on us. Single quote. On his communicator, the content sent by Ling Qingge appeared. After seeing this content, Lin Chen was a little surprised. It seems that the other party really came for the elites who participated in the training camp. Of course, it is also possible that he happened to pass by. But all the monsters around disappeared, and this person happened to appear here. No matter how you look at it, it seems wrong. Where is the other party, and what is his strength? At this time, Lin Chen also used his communicator to send a message to Ling Qingge. The other party is 500 meters away from us. Single quote. It looks like an assassin. Single quote. I don't know if he will come to our side in a while. Single quote. Ling Qingge also used the communicator to communicate with Lin Chen and Sha Qingwen. What should we do now? Sha Qingwen said a little nervously. Obviously she had never encountered such a situation. Let's keep going. I think the other party will attack us. But we must be fully prepared and kill the other party the moment they attack us. Lin Chen thought about it and decided not to alert the enemy. Let's see what kind of guy is hiding around. Okay. After Lin Chen finished speaking, Ling Qingge and Sha Qingwen on the side naturally agreed. The three of them continued to move forward as they kept approaching that direction. A chill also kept coming. Look carefully, this is a strong man of level IV-20. As they gradually approached, Ling Qingge's perception became clearer and more accurate. Be careful, here it comes. At this moment, Ling Qingge was suddenly startled. Because at this moment, the other party really couldn't sit still and attacked them directly. Is this a monster? Lin Chen looked at the ninja and said to the monster rushing towards him. This is the prisoner organization, the members of Mitsui Society. Mitsui Society is full of prisoners, and these people have special contracts with monsters. They themselves are also a very special kind of monster. Ling Qingge said to Lin Chen while shooting. After hearing Ling Qingge say this, Lin Chen immediately understood. So that's how it is. After the voice fell, Lin Chen directly used the double eagle spin. Swish, swish. The two automatic pistols were like two flywheels, smashing towards the assassin of Mitsui Society. After being dodged by the assassin, the two automatic pistols returned to Lin Chen's hands. Go again. However, Lin Chen soon hit out the two guns at an even faster speed like a roulette wheel. Bang! This time, even if the opponent's body was very agile, he was still hit by the double eagle spin in an instant. However, there are not only two double eagle spins, but 3 times in total. At this moment, Lin Chen decisively released his third double eagle spin. Immediately, the Mitsui Society assassin was shot away. Gatling gun. Da da da. Da da da. When Lin Chen took action, Ling Qingge, who was standing by the side, didn't feel anything was wrong. Although Lin Chen is a talented person, Ling Qingge has always known that Lin Chen is very powerful. Wow! Sha Qingwen on the side was stunned. When Lin Chen said that he had a gifted profession, Sha Qingwen thought. Lin Chen should be responsible for supporting things in the team. After all, talented professions have little combat effectiveness. It has no effect at all. Now I see Lin Chen unleashing such a difficult skill as double eagle spin. Moreover, Lin Chen's entire fighting process was extremely smooth. Sha Qingwen was also dumbfounded and looked at Lin Chen dumbfounded. If Lin Chen hadn't said it himself that he was a gifted professional, Sha Qingwen wouldn't have believed it at all. Lin Chen turned out to be a talented professional student. Still so excellent. No matter who you tell it to, you will never believe it. However, Lin Chen has such skills, which shows that even a talented profession has no impact on Lin Chen. Thinking of this, Sha Qingwen looked at Lin Chen with brilliant eyes. Bang bang bang. At the same time, Ling Qingge on the side also took action. Ling Qingge also used an automatic pistol, in fact, in Ling Qingge's opinion. Since Lin Chen is so good at using the skills of the roaming gunner, then Lin Chen should use a revolver, which can more fully demonstrate the skills of the roaming gunner. Fire Viper Cannon. Fire Viper Cannon number 2. When Ling Qingge was thinking that Lin Chen's weapon was not used correctly, Lin Chen decisively used the mechanics skills. When Lin Chen started to use the mechanics skills, Ling Qingge didn't want to talk anymore. So when she was with Lin Chen, she seemed to be a fake mechanic. Lin Chen can already use the Storm and 2 Viper cannons. But now, she, the eldest lady of the Rose family, can only use 1 Flame Viper cannon. Optoelectric module. Mechanical improvements. Aerial machine, Tempest. Facing this Mitsui Society assassin, Lin Chen didn't show any carelessness. Likewise, he was not prepared to give the Mitsui Society assassin any chance to breathe. When Lin Chen's attacks continued to fall, the Mitsui Society assassin also felt very aggrieved. What he is least good at is fighting brave men like Lin Chen. However, he has no choice now. Kalora, modification, Predator. At the same time, Ling Qingge from a distance also came to join the battle. Now that you have encountered Mitsui Society's assassin, in order to prevent accidents, it is best to focus your fire to kill the opponent instantly. When the fighting happened here, many Mitsui Society assassins further away also learned the news. Therefore, everyone is rushing in this direction crazily. When many assassins from the Mitsui Society were rushing towards this side, Lin Chen and the other 3 were almost killing the assassin. Floating bomb, flamethrower, bang. In just a few moments, the life status of this Mitsui Society assassin was completely cleared. Go quickly. Farther away, there are many Mitsui Society assassins approaching here. Ling Qingge felt it for a moment and was immediately startled. It doesn't seem to be necessary. These Mitsui Society assassins have released quite a lot of resources. Lin Chen said while counting the loot. Need not. Ling Qingge looked at Lin Chen with some confusion. She didn't understand why Lin Chen said no. Seeing the confused look in Ling Qingge's eyes, Lin Chen immediately explained. We can arrange a large number of self-destructors underground in this place. These self-destructors can be combined into a huge position. We use mechanical detonation to detonate them all instantly, which can definitely produce very huge power. Those Mitsui Society assassins may be killed in a single explosion. Not only that, but we can also do some other arrangements. For example, bury Molotov cocktails underground. While Lin Chen was talking, he already started to take action. After hearing what Lin Chen said, Ling Qingge quickly nodded. Although she has never done this before, it is completely feasible. So she soon took action together with Lin Chen. Almost everyone has common supplies such as Molotov cocktails, and Sha Qingwen is no exception. After learning about Lin Chen's battle plan, Sha Qingwen took out many Molotov cocktails and bombs. Then carefully arranged them around. The 3 of them were all elites of the Divine War Department, and they made these arrangements very quickly. Not long after, many Mitsui Society assassins appeared in the distance. After seeing these Mitsui Society assassins, Lin Chen felt happy as if he saw gold coins running one by one. After they enter the position in a while, we will take action simultaneously. When Mitsui Society's assassins kept approaching this place, Lin Chen decisively spoke to the 2 of them. Good. This was what the 3 of them had discussed before, and now that Lin Chen reminded them, the 2 of them would not make any mistakes. Many assassins of Mitsui Club move very fast and seem to have obtained some kind of buff. This is a good thing though, because now the faster they move, the faster they die. After these Mitsui Society assassins entered the position, Lin Chen stood up decisively. Mechanical detonation. After Lin Chen snapped his fingers, the entire machinery exploded instantly. Boom boom boom, boom, boom boom. At this time, many machines continued to explode. Airdrop support, many self-destructors, many Molotov cocktails, and many bombs previously buried underground exploded at the same time. Lin Chen also used airdrop support, followed by a huge bomber. At this time, many Mitsui Society assassins appeared. Countless bombs, at this time, fell like raindrops. When many bombs fell, many small robots also appeared at this time. Aerial Combat Machine, Tempest. Calora, Modification. Predator. Fire Viper Cannon. Fire Viper Cannon Number 2. Interceptor Factory. Mechanical improvements. After using almost all of the many machines, Lin Chen launched mechanical improvements again. At the same time, his interceptor factory also had interceptors appearing at this time. After many interceptors appeared, they launched a continuous attack on the Mitsui Society assassin in the distance. Boom boom boom. When Lin Chen made his move, Ling Qingge also sent out all his robots in one breath. On the other side, Sha Qingwen summoned a little fire dragon. Lin Chen had never seen Su Yumeng summon this little fire dragon. I don't know if Su Yumeng can summon this kind of little fire dragon. Soon Lin Chen was surprised to find that Sha Qingwen seemed to be taking the route of the mother of dragons. Because at this time, Sha Qingwen actually summoned 2 more little fire dragons. For a while, there were 3 little fire dragons on the field. Unfortunately, her little fire dragon is only a primary little fire dragon, and has not yet mastered the powerful dragon magic. In the future, he will have to wait until he masters the powerful dragon magic, and then he will have no way to deal with it. Dragon magic is one of the top 10 magics on the list. Although they didn't master the powerful dragon magic, the attack power of these little fire dragons was still good. Boom, boom. Many Mitsui Society assassins were completely stunned this time. They didn't know what happened at all, and they were beaten up right away. First, the robot self-destructed, and then there was an air bombing. Then there was a burst of skill fire. Anyway, they were going to die. Gatling gun. Da da da. Da da da. At this time, Lin Chen looked at some Mitsui Society assassins who wanted to escape. Just take out the Gatling gun and fire a burst. Laser cannon. After discovering that the Gatling gun did not have an immediate effect, Lin Chen took out a weapon that had never been used before. This is a very cool weapon full of a strong sense of technology. The appearance of this weapon is azure blue, and most of the weapon is an energy storage and charging device. After compressing the energy into a laser beam, it bursts out suddenly, and the power is very terrifying. Boom. After Lin Chen had been accumulating energy for a while, he suddenly fired a shot. Then a beam of laser, at this moment, instantly hit the assassin in the distance. Bang! This assassin from Mitsui finally ran out. How could he know that as soon as he ran out, he was hit by a devastating shot? After blasting the assassin into slag, Lin Chen was also a little surprised. This thing is so easy to use. When Lin Chen was surprised, Ling Qingge and Sha Qingwen also looked at Lin Chen very strangely. Brother, this is the skill of the gunner, right? How can you know everything? Ling Qingge and Sha Qingwen were both stupid. The 4 professions of the sharpshooter are the roaming gunner, the mechanic, the gunner, and the ammunition expert. Now Lin Chen has the opportunity to use some of the skills of the 4 professions. Are gifted professions really so amazing? If all gifted professions are like this, then before an awakening, wouldn't Lin Chen be invincible? Or, are all the elites of other gifted professions invincible? Ling Qingge and Sha Qingwen don't know if they are right to think so. But both of them know. Lin Chen is now very exaggerated and outrageous. But the 2 don't know that what they see now is just the tip of the iceberg. If this is not a real place of war between gods, Lin Chen can directly summon a warlord without any problem. Of course, the warlord is not Lin Chen's first choice of awakening skill. Lin Chen has considered before that his first awakening skill needs to be the awakening of the summoner. That is, summoning an apostle, Cassius descends. Even, this awakening skill can be the awakening skill that is maxed out first. When encountering danger, you can put this thing out to cover the rear, attract firepower, etc. Cassius certainly doesn't know his real purpose in Lin Chen's mind. Otherwise it will definitely be like this. Cassius, are you polite? What's that over there? Lin Chen's thoughts were quickly called back by Sha Qingwen's voice. Then Lin Chen found that an assassin who had mutated to the point of becoming a lord appeared in the distance. It's a pity that he hasn't become a lord yet. Lin Chen took a look and felt it was a pity. The guy in the distance was almost close to becoming a lord. However, he just couldn't become a lord. After killing a lord, you can draw cards, which is a great benefit of the sign-in system. If you only kill elite monsters, there is naturally no chance to draw cards. Should we fight this guy, or should we do it quickly and thoroughly? Ling Qingge looked at the Mitsui Society assassin elite in the distance with some fear. Let's fight. If we want to leave now, he will definitely not let us go. Lin Chen thought about it and said casually. After Lin Chen finished speaking, Sha Qingwen and Ling Qingge both nodded. They killed so many members of the Mitsui Society. Under such circumstances, the other party was willing to let them go. That was strange. However, when the elite of the Mitsui Society approached, a sword light suddenly appeared behind the elite of the Mitsui Society. Is this possible? Lin Chen was stunned. It turned out that there was another team following behind this elite monster of Mitsui Society. This team had 4 members. Normally, there were 3 members in a team. Their 4 members were probably a team of 3, plus a brave man who acted alone. Draw the sword and slash. Mountain shattering slash. Dragon breaking slash. Phantom sword dance. After the first brave man took action, the remaining 3 brave men also took action instantly. 4 swordsmen. Lin Chen watched with interest, but they had no intention of taking action. Taking action now would be suspected of robbing the other party's monster. And the other team followed all the way, obviously to find a suitable opportunity to kill this elite of Mitsui Society. The 4 swordsmen took action together, and for a while, pieces of sword lights and shadows kept flashing. Ghost step, splitting wave slash, cross slash, soul-devouring demon sealing slash, rage burst. The 4 swordsmen in the distance did not pay attention to Lin Chen and the other 2. This elite monster of Mitsui Society was only 1 step away from advancing to the Lord. Facing a monster of this level, they dared not be careless. With the 4 people working together, the life state of this monster was also constantly decreasing. This monster will soon be killed by Lu Shu and the others. Ling Qingge obviously knew one of the people in the opposite group. At this moment, he directly said the other party's name. After Ling Qingge spoke, Lin Chen also nodded. This elite assassin of Mitsui Society now only has 10% of his life state. At most, in 3 minutes, he will be almost completely killed. Look, what's going on? Its life state is constantly improving. At this time, Sha Qingwen suddenly said with some surprise. Is this possible? No way. After taking a look, Lin Chen was stunned. Because at this moment, this elite assassin of Mitsui Society turned out from an elite monster to a lord in the moment of life and death. This place also became a map copy when the other party became a lord. We went directly into the map copy. Looking at everything familiar around him, Lin Chen said casually. If I had known earlier, I would have helped just now. Alas, Ling Qingge was very helpless. After entering the map copy, she had to brush a lot of maps. Should we go and kill the boss directly, or wait for them here? Sha Qingwen thought about it and then spoke. After all, this Lord Boss was targeted by Lu Shu and his group. If they kill the Lord Boss now, it would obviously be a bit unfair. Wait for them. After we kill the monsters in this room, we'll rest here. Lin Chen thought about it and decided not to snatch the other party's Lord Monster. Of course, if Lu Shu and his group were unable to kill the Lord Monster, he would not be polite. Because this is just the first room, the Mitsui Society monsters that appeared in this place. It's far worse than the previous Mitsui Society assassins. After killing all these monsters and lighting the bonfire, Lin Chen and his group waited in this room. At this time, Lu Shu and his 4 people really began to attack the Lord Room with great momentum. They are so powerful. In each room, they won't stay too long, and then the bonfire will be lit. They will soon reach the Lord Room. Sha Qingwen has been observing the small map, so now she knows the progress of Lu Shu and his group. On the other side, Lu Shu led the other 3 swordsmen and continued to charge. Seeing that Lin Chen and others had been staying in the first room, Lu Shu didn't feel anything, just snorted coldly and said, "They are smart. If they dare to rob our lord, they will suffer the consequences." Lu Shu spoke while running. Ha ha ha, Master Lu Shu overestimated them. Even if they want to rob our Lord Boss, they don't have the strength. Among the 3 people over there, Sha Qingwen is a well-known coward. As a summoner, she can't summon anything except the little fire dragon. As for that Lin Chen, what a shitty talent profession. To put it bluntly, he is just a weirdo of the production profession. Only Ling Qingge of the Rose family is a little bit powerful. Next to Lu Shu, Shen Zhilong of the Sword Soul profession slowly spoke. Although they are both elites of the God War department, there are also some scumbags among the elites of the God War department. Ha ha ha. After Shen Zhilong finished speaking, the people around him laughed. Obviously, in their opinion, what Shen Zhilong said was also very right. On the faces of several people, there was a look of contempt for Lin Chen and his party. All right, we have arrived at the room of the Lord Boss. This is the last battle, be careful. Although Lu Shu never took Lin Chen and others seriously, he was still a little afraid of this Lord Boss. Understood. After Lu Shu finished speaking, several people nodded quickly. Master Lu Shu, don't be too afraid. With your strong strength and the cooperation of the 3 of us, this Lord Boss is simply easy to capture. Next to Lu Shu, Wang Chen said with a smile. He looked at Lu Shu with a flattering look. The identity of this Master Lu Shu is on par with Miss Ling Qingge. A word from Master Lu Shu may decide where and how they will spend the rest of their lives. In this case, the eyes of several people looking at Lu Shu are naturally full of respect and flattery. Lu Shu was so flattered by what they said, as if he was really invincible. The knife in his hand was also flattered by what they said. Okay, stop talking nonsense. After killing this Lord Boss, you will not lose any benefits. After Lu Shu finished speaking, he was ready to rush forward. Then, Lu Shu was suddenly dumbfounded. Not only Lu Shu was dumbfounded, but Shen Zhilong, Wang Chen and others were also dumbfounded. Because they couldn't find where this Lord Boss was. They all knew that the Lord Boss must be in this room. But now, the other party was in stealth mode, and they didn't know where the other party was. Ah! Suddenly, a scream came out of Lu Shu's mouth. Then they were horrified to see that Lu Shu's eyes had been blinded by the Lord Boss. This was not acting, he was really blinded. Seeing this scene, Shen Zhilong, Wang Chen, and Zhao Hu were almost choked by their heartbeats. Under the protection of the 3 of them, Master Lu Shu's eyes were actually blinded by the Lord Boss. For a moment, Wang Chen and the other 2 felt that the sky was falling. Master, don't worry, although you are blind. But, Shen Zhilong felt that he could not speak. Fortunately, Wang Chen knew what this guy was going to say, and Wang Chen spoke immediately. Master Lu Shu, although you are blind. But, next time, Master, you will be able to use Asura's skills more smoothly. Because Master, you can continuously strengthen Asura's abilities in all aspects of life. When Wang Chen said this, his voice was trembling. To practice Asura, you usually just need to cover your eyes. When not fighting, who the hell keeps using wave sensing? However, Wang Chen and the other 2 didn't know what to say now. Get out of here. Lu Shu felt that his lungs were exploded. His eyes were now in excruciating pain. Although with the strength and energy of the Lu family, his eyes could still be restored. But that would be a very, very troublesome matter. Not only that, the eyes after recovery are definitely not as useful as the original eyes. Another big problem is that they are now in this map copy. It is possible that they have no chance to get out. Ah, puff. At this moment, Zhao Hu, a berserker. He was killed by the assassin lord of Mitsui society before he could even use the direct death resistance. Zhao Hu, it's over. You're dead this time. As Wang Chen's voice fell, his neck also felt cold. The difference in strength between the 2 sides was too great. They didn't even have the chance to reduce their life status, and were killed instantly by the other side. Fortunately, at this time, Lin Chen and the other 2 looked at Lu Shu and his group, who had been unable to pass the level for a long time. Had entered the Lord's room. When Lin Chen and the others came over, Shen Zhilong was dying. Beside him, Lu Shu's eyes had been stabbed blind. This kind of organ damage can no longer be treated by ordinary treatments, and even Lin Chen can't do anything about it. Bang bang bang. After entering the Lord's room, Lin Chen raised his hand and fired 3 shots. He didn't see where the leader of the Mitsui Society was, so he just fired 3 random shots based on his feeling. Bite. A crisp sound was also heard at this moment. It was obvious that Lin Chen only shot 3 times randomly. But he undoubtedly hit the target, after he hit the opponent. Ling Qingge took action decisively. He couldn't tolerate Lin Chen being the only one who was radical. He would not lose to Lin Chen, let alone be robbed of the limelight in this situation. He refused. Modification. Predator. The Predator is simply not very useful against such a stealthy target. The moment the assassin leader appeared, the Predator directly locked onto the target and continued to attack. Floating bomb. Seeing this scene, Lin Chen was overjoyed. Ling Qingge cooperated very well with him, it was simply a wonderful collaboration. Otherwise, it would not be easy to find the leader after he becomes invisible. He can only rely on his revenge and counterattack skills when the opponent attacks him. He attacked the opponent first. But Wang the assassin leader's priority was to attack Ling Qingge and Xia Qingwen, which would be a bit troublesome. Now there is no such concern. Since the location of the assassin leader has been found, he can be taken away in one set. Interceptor Factory. Fire Viper Cannon. Fire Viper Cannon Group 2. Calora Laser Cannon. Modification. Predator. Airdrop Support. After Lin Chen directly sent the assassin leader into the sky with a floating bomb, he followed up with a series of skill operations. It's just that he is as fierce as a tiger in one operation, but this assassin leader seems to be a little special. When his body became transparent, he became immune to all harm. Therefore, Lin Chen's actions were as fierce as a tiger's, but the assassin leader didn't lose any health at all. Lin Chen didn't answer and suddenly discovered the mystery. But without delay, many small robots have now appeared around the assassin leader. Aerial Combat Machine, Tempest. Lin Chen didn't believe that Lord Boss's skill could be used continuously. Once the effect of using this skill wears off, the Lord Boss will just wait for death. Ling Qingge and Xia Qingwen on the side also assisted Lin Chen in attacking at this time. After all, 2 members of the 4-man team not far away had already died. It can be seen that this Lord Boss is very powerful and terrifying. Bang bang bang. Move and shoot. Double eagle spin. Soon Lin Chen was sure that his judgment just now was completely correct. Because as time goes by, the duration of the Lord Boss's skills passes in a short time. Although this Lord Boss has a lot of health bars like other Lord Bosses. His life state will take a long time to attack before it is completely exhausted. But without further delay, Lin Chen, Ling Qingge, and Xia Qingwen would not give the Lord Boss a chance to fight back. On the other side, Lu Shu and Shen Zhilong were very happy. Although Lu Shu was blind, he soon discovered that Shen Zhilong was right. Because after becoming blind, his professional ability has indeed been enhanced to a certain extent. However, most Asuras are either blindfolded or have their visual perception blocked. Under normal circumstances, almost no brave man would directly blind himself in order to enhance Asura's abilities. His wave perception is now somewhat similar to the special ability of a physical warrior. Of course, because his level is relatively low, his current fluctuation perception ability is limited. Compared to those brave men with sentient physiques, they are still far behind. While Lu Shu was still trying to sense it, Shen Zhilong beside him was looking at the scene in front of him stupidly. Lin Chen, who they had never paid attention to before, was simply not ordinary cruel. Now Lin Chen is taking Ling Qingge and Xia Qingwen with him. With the 3 of them joining forces, this Lord Boss has no ability to fight back at all. What's even more exaggerated is that Lin Chen used the skills of a sharpshooter at first, but now he started to use the skills of a magician. Attribute Conversion. Photoelectric Properties. Magic Ball Burst. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. In an instant, 6 magic balls with photoelectric attributes were blasted towards the Lord Boss. Ice Crystal Pendant. After using the magic ball to shoot continuously, Lin Chen raised his hand and waved. Then an ice crystal formation appeared under the Lord Boss. After the ice crystal formation appeared, countless frosty breaths instantly froze the Lord Boss. Crystal Bath. After using the ice crystal pendant, Lin Chen then used the ice crystal bath skill. Suddenly, a huge ice crystal formation appeared around the Lord Boss. After this huge ice crystal formation appeared, many ice crystals quickly fell down in midair. These ice crystals, while constantly consuming the Lord Boss, also completely freeze the Lord Boss. Thunder Chain. After freezing the Lord Boss with ice, Lin Chen's lightning chain quickly took action. A thunder chain instantly hit the Lord Boss. After they continued to attack for a long time, the life state of the Lord Boss continued to decrease. Not long after, the Lord Boss of Mitsui Society was completely killed by Lin Chen. Bang! A bang was heard, followed by various gold coins, various silver coins, and copper coins. There were also many materials, weapons, and potions. At this time, they all fell to the ground, which showed that this Lord Boss was a very rich lord. After doing all this, Lin Chen and the other two also began to distribute the spoils of this place. As for Lu Shu and others, they had nothing to do with them. They failed to cause any damage to the Lord Boss. Instead, they were hurt by the Lord Boss. When Lin Chen and the other two completed the distribution, Lin Chen also started to draw cards. Just like before, 4 up, 4 down, a total of 8 cards appeared in front of Lin Chen. I got some pretty good stuff in these card draws. After finishing the card draw, Lin Chen's eyes suddenly showed a look of surprise. Although he didn't get any artifacts this time, he got 2 purple rare equipment. Purple rare equipment is just a transitional weapon and equipment, not that good. However, these 2 purple rare equipment are a set. Mist Sage's Cloth Armor Shoes. Mist Sage's Cloth Armor Trousers 1. This kind of complete set of weapons and equipment can play a set effect after owning a set. Although Lin Chen only got 2 pieces this time, as long as he gets another complete set of equipment, then he can immediately activate the effect of a 3-piece set. 3-piece set, 5-piece set, 6-piece set and 7-piece set. All have different effects, if everything goes well. Lin Chen estimated that he should be able to get the Mist Sage set soon. Under normal circumstances, before the strength rating reaches IV-25. Most heroes will not give special consideration to equipment such as armor and jewelry. Because from IV-1 to IV-25, it is a very fast transition stage. Weapons and equipment at this stage may be eliminated soon. Even, the real preparation for forging and paying attention to weapons and equipment starts from the first awakening. Because some heroes may have reached the extreme after practicing to the first awakening. Since it is impossible to continue to improve the strength level, the only way to improve strength is to improve weapons and equipment. Of course, like Lin Chen, there is a special channel to obtain weapons and equipment. There is no problem in paying attention to weapons and equipment from IV-1. After all, as long as it is IV-1, the whole nature has changed. When thinking of the Mist Sage set, Lin Chen's heart suddenly moved. A long time ago, when he signed in, he seemed to have obtained a single piece of the Mist Sage set. Thinking of this, Lin Chen naturally checked it immediately. After he glanced at the sign-in space, he found the short armor of the Mist Sage. Now he has shoes, trousers, and tops. Find a suitable place to change, and the suit effect can be activated immediately. Of course, this is only a rare weapon after all. Even if the suit effect can be activated, it is not a very strong suit effect. After killing the Lord Boss, dividing the spoils, and successfully drawing cards, Lin Chen and his party also came out of the map copy. As soon as they came out, the brave warriors of the Paladin Order were waiting here. They just stood there, and then looked at everything in front of them with an extremely cold blood. It seems that what happened here has nothing to do with them. They came to this place mainly to take away the bodies of Zhao Hu and the others. Student Lu Shu, do you want to end the training and treat your injuries? A paladin looked at Lu Shu and asked. After hearing this, Lu Shu wanted to curse. Of course, he must end the training and receive treatment. Although with the existing medical means, he can't see the light again soon. But with the power of the Lu family, it is not impossible to achieve this step. I also need treatment. Shen Zhilong decisively applied. Master Lu Shu has left this place. Then there is no point for him to stay here. In this case, he might as well leave here with Master Lu Shu. While Master Lu Shu is receiving treatment, he can also become a patient with Master Lu Shu. After Shen Zhilong applied, the paladin of the Paladin Order. After thinking for a moment, he agreed. Shen Zhilong's injury was not light or serious. For the elites of the God War Department, this level of injury is completely unnecessary to leave the battlefield. However, since Shen Zhelong is leaving, they naturally respect Shen Zhelong's choice. After Shen Zhelong and Lu Shu left, Ling Qingge couldn't help but feel a little emotional. It seems that the challenges we will face next are all very difficult. When Lu Shu and the others were rescued by the members of the Paladin Order, Lin Chen also spoke. In fact, there are no weak people who can join the God War Department. Although Lu Shu and his companions performed poorly, they were still very strong compared to ordinary practitioners. It was just that the enemies they encountered this time were stronger than them, so they suffered heavy casualties. If they only encountered enemies that were completely within their capabilities, they would not be able to grow and improve. But if they were faced with such an extremely powerful and terrifying enemy, they would suffer heavy casualties if they were not careful. Therefore, the process of growth is an extremely dangerous and difficult process. However, this step must be taken. If they do not take this step, they will never be able to grow and improve. Without continuous progress, even the elite of the Tianzhou will eventually be lost in the crowd. Where are we going next? Ling Qingge looked around and then said to Lin Chen. Let's find a place to rest first, and then continue exploring after we recover. Because he knew that the Tianlu training base was very dangerous, Lin Chen felt that it would be better for them to stay in peak condition at all times. Ling Qingge and the others naturally agreed with Lin Chen's proposal. Especially Ling Qingge, she knew Lu Shu's strength. Although Lu Shu was in a very bad state this time, in a normal duel. Especially in the virtual arena, Lu Shu's strength is definitely not a weakling. Not long after, Lin Chen and the other two also came to a forest. There are many forests like this in the Tianlu training base. After arriving here, they chose a suitable place to rest. A monster is coming. About half an hour later, Ling Qingge suddenly said. This is the advantage of having members with a perceptive physique in the team. Before seeing where the monster is, you can sense the whereabouts of the monster in advance. What kind of monster is it? How strong is it? Lin Chen nodded and asked very calmly. In this place, it is very normal to encounter monsters. It is really abnormal not to encounter monsters. They were very lucky to be able to rest in this place for half an hour before encountering monsters. Of course, because they have to constantly sense the surrounding situation, Ling Qingge should be exhausted. At this time, Lin Chen was also thinking how to play the effect of the perception physique without relying on Ling Qingge's perception physique. Because he himself, although he is a full-time hunter, he does not have a perception physique. He does not necessarily have a teammate with a perception physique around him all the time. During this period, he found that the perception physique is very important. If you can use other means to play the effect of the perception physique, then it will undoubtedly be of great benefit. It's a group of goblins. But they are not ordinary goblins, they are full of mutant energy. After Lin Chen asked, Ling Qingge also told Lin Chen her discovery. Is it coming in our direction? In fact, at this time, Lin Chen really thought of how to play a similar ability to the perception physique. That is to modify the self-exploder and modify the self-exploder to touch. Then put a circle around it, so that if a monster appears around, it will trigger the self-exploder. But this is obviously very troublesome. If you encounter a flying monster, it will not work at all. So the perception of physical fitness is still very powerful and useful. They have been heading in this direction all the time, so they shouldn't be heading for us. It's just that we happen to be on their way. Ling Qingge carefully sensed for a while and then said, should we fight these mutated goblins? Sha Qingwen also asked at this time. If it was just goblins, even if they were mutated goblins. In fact, it would be easy to deal with, but since they knew it in advance, then they could choose to fight or avoid it. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.